Again, everybody, I'm Chris Berman. So glad you could be with us. The schedule makers in baseball call this a day off, but certainly not the case here at ESPN. It's become one of our favorite days in the entire 365-day calendar year. The stars of yesteryear, the stars of baseball from today, one of the great new venues. All right, so it's a little hot. That's a small price to pay. Yes, we've all been a little bit annoyed by the national pastime, haven't we? Yours truly included. But for the next 5 hours, kind of get acquainted again with the sport of baseball. We've got plenty coming your way. We begin with the Legends of the Game All-Star Classic. And then, about an hour 15 from now, we move to the Home Run Derby. They talk about this every year. It's an event in which no one is safe. Remember a couple of years ago at Camden Yards in Baltimore, Ken Griffey Jr.? Did he get into it? Yeah. He pummeled the warehouse past right field. He got into a playoff with one of the homegrown stars here of the Texas Rangers, Juan Going Gonzalez. They went deep into the tiebreaker, and Gonzalez won it. Last year at Pittsburgh, the Big Hurt hit this one across state lines, 521 feet into the fifth deck at Three River Stadium. But in the end, it was Ken Griffey Jr. who won it with 4 upper deck blasts. Now, of course, Jr. is hurt this year, so we will have a new Home Run Derby champion. That's coming up a little bit from now. Then the All-Star Gala being held at the Six Flags Amusement Park just down the pike a bit. You'll get to meet some of the stars of today. We'll be playing in tomorrow's All-Star game. Sports Center at 11:30. Then our round table at midnight Eastern Time. Nolan Ryan will be the guest, the all-time strikeout king, and Tony Gwynn, who scored the winning run last year in what was truly one of the best All-Star games. That was in extra innings after McGriff's two-run homer in the bottom of the ninth tied up for the National League. You ready now? We are. Let's start All-Star Monday with our Legends of the Game All-Star Classic.
The ballpark in Arlington, a new yard reminiscent of a different era. A stadium that echoes simpler times when the game was just that, a game, and its stars were heroes. Now this young field provides the atmosphere for the greats of the game as they reunite in baseball's Legends of the Game and All-Star Classic. The celebrated Sluggers.
Swing and a drive into deep right field. It's got its chance. It is out of here. Home run, Steve Garvey.
The glorious arms. And magicians with the glove.
Smash to third, backhand by Nettles. Gets up, goes to second, got it again.
These are the men responsible for the sport's history. They have set the standards for today's headliners. They are the characters that make up America's pastime. Together again on the diamond, these legends offer the flavor, charisma, and tradition of summer's jewel, baseball's 66th annual All-Star Game. The ballpark in Arlington, Texas, the Legends of the Game and All-Star Classic. Hi again, everyone, and welcome to Texas. I'm Dwayne Statz. I'll be joined by Buck Martinez and Dave Campbell, and this is a lovely setting for baseball. This 2-year-old ballpark reflecting some of baseball's days of yesterday. Baseball, throughout its history in our country's psyche, has always been able to connect yesterday and today, and we'll be doing that again in this one. We have former All-Stars, we have most valuable players, Cy Young Award winners, and this year, 8 Hall of Famers will participate in this game in Arlington, Texas. Let's meet those 8 Hall of Famers now.
He had over 3,000 hits in his 19-year career. He stole 938 bases, including 118 in 1974. A lifetime .293 hitter. He led the National League in stolen bases 8 times. Second on the all-time list, a .391 World Series batting average, named to the All-Star teams, and elected to the Hall of Fame on the first ballot. Ladies and gentlemen, Lou Brock. He was the ace of the San Francisco Giants pitching staff for 14 seasons. Best remembered for his high leg kick. He won 20 or more games 6 times in a 7-year stretch and was a 10-time All-Star. He retired with an overall 243, 142 record, 2.89 lifetime ERA, 52 career shutouts. He was elected to the Hall of Fame in 1983, Juan Marichal. A workhorse pitcher for 19 seasons. He led the National League in starts 6 straight times and complete games and innings pitched 5 straight years. A career record of 286 and 245. He won 20 or more games 6 straight times from 50 to 55, including a 28-7 mark in 1952. 5-time All-Star, elected to the Hall of Fame in 1976, Robin Roberts. This sweet swinging lefty was the 1961 Rookie of the Year. He was the first Hall of Famer to hit 20 or more homers for 13 straight seasons. 6-time All-Star. He finished his career with a 290 lifetime average, 426 home runs, 2,711 hits, inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1987. Now a coach with the Cubs, Billy Williams. Now let's meet the 4 Hall of Famers on the American League squad. This 18-year veteran holds Major League records for most games at shortstops, assists, and double plays. He combined with Nellie Fox to win more fielding titles together than any other double play combination. A 9-time Gold Glove winner and 8-time All-Star. He was elected to the Hall of Fame in 1984, Louis Aparicio. One of the great power hitters in the history of the game. He is 5th on the all-time homer list with 573 round trippers. 8 times he hit over 40 home runs. 6 times he led the league, including career highs of 49 and 64 and 69. 9 times he hit over 100 RBIs, including career best in 69. A member of the Hall of Fame since 1984, Harmon Killebrew. In his 22-year career, he pitched for 8 different clubs, registering 314 victories. He won 20 or more games on 5 occasions. He is 5th on the all-time list for innings pitched and 6th in strikeouts. The only man to win the Cy Young Award in both leagues, a 5-time All-Star and member of the Hall of Fame, Gaylord Perry. This right-hander won 284 games in his 19-year career. Amazingly consistent, a durable performer, led the American League in starts 3 times, complete games 4 times. He won 20 or more games 6 straight seasons for the Cubs. Traded to the Rangers in 1974, he responded with an American League leading 25 victories. This 3-time All-Star was elected to the Hall of Fame in 1991, Ferguson Jenkins.
The impressive group of Hall of Famers here. We have a lot of fun in store, and we'll be back to Arlington, Texas for the Legends of the Game.
There are no blue ribbons for doing the little things. No tributes for just keeping your sense of humor. But the men who give their best every day deserve our best. Gillette Series Shaving Gel with advanced lubricants for incredible smoothness. Sensor Excel with microfins. And Gillette Aftershave Gel for extra comfort. Together, Gillette's best shave. And sometimes that's its own reward. Gillette, the best a man can get.
Go for a healthy decision. Press, crunch. You can't beat that. McCain Super Fries is where it's at.
Great tasting, crispy McCain Super Fries are prepared with 100% non-hydrogenated canola oil, so they contain just half a gram of saturated fat per serving.
More than that, they taste just great, so get the facts, they're on the pack.
McCain Super Fries, low in saturated fats for a healthy decision.
Now you can't beat that.
Out on the ice, I don't score points for how my hair looks. But after the game, in front of the press, and the cameras are just inches away, and millions of fans are watching, my hair has to look great, and great hair can't have flakes. No way. So I get rid of them with Head & Shoulders. It keeps my dandruff in check, and my hair looking great. Go. Hey, you can't hide under a helmet all the time.
Head & Shoulders, every day.
With great hair, can't have flakes.
CFL 95 comes alive on TSN this summer. Our 45-game schedule is jam-packed with familiar faces. Explosive action is headed your way from the north, south, east, and west. Get down and dirty weekly as the good old boys renew acquaintances. But remember, there's only one place to catch CFL fever this summer. CFL 95 live on TSN, your weekend hotspot.
Welcome back to the ballpark at Arlington for the Legends of the Game All-Star Classic. And before we begin, let's go to the field and Buck Martinez. Buck?
Earl Weaver, I look at your lineup. No Frank Robinson, no Brooks, no Boog Powell. Are you going to change your philosophy here in this big ballpark today?
We're in Texas. We got some guys that can hit the ball out of here.
Good luck today, Earl.
All right, Buck.
And there's Vida Blue, who we expect to see later in the afternoon. Meanwhile, Dave Campbell is on the National League side with Billy Williams.
Billy, you played with Fergie for a number of years. Now you're going to face him today. You think you got him figured out? What's he get, a little sink piece away?
Oh, yeah, no, little slider, sink a piece away. But, you know, when I was with the Oakland Ball Club, I had a chance to face him. And luckily, I hit 3 home runs off him because I knew how he pitched from left field. But I remember one night we planned the Texas Rangers, and he pitched a 2-hitter. And I only got the 2 hits. I told him if I had known you were going to give up 2 hits, hell, I'd have gave you 2 hits to get a no-hitter. But he was a dominant pitcher for so many years, and, of course, he's doing a good job with the pitching staff now. I think all the young pitchers, what they're doing now, attributed to Fergie Jenkins when he came down and helped them out what to do.
With about 102 here yesterday. If Ernie were here, would he say, let's play 2?
This is like it was down in Houston about 65 when Ernie said, let's play 2, and Lou Brock said, let's play 2. And I think after about the 6th inning, both of them went down. I didn't have nobody for the second ball game. But he always say, let's play 2. He tried to make it, but he couldn't.
Billy, good luck today. Have fun.
Thank you.
Dwayne?
All right, thanks, Dave. And let's take a look at the lineups for this afternoon's contest. What a lineup it is for the National League. Bill Madlock leads off with Billy Williams hitting second, playing right field. Steve Garvey, the number 3 hitter. In the middle of that lineup, George Foster, Dave Kingman, and the designated hitter is Orlando Cepeda. Manny Sanguillen, the catcher, will hit 7th with Don Kessinger and Glenn Beckert, a familiar pairing. At the bottom of the lineup, Kessinger hitting 8th, Beckert in the 9th spot, Kessinger short, and Beckert the second baseman. The defensive setup, Joe Rudy is in left for the American League. Over in center field, and what a good one, an 8-time Gold Glove winner, Paul Blair, with Pete O'Brien, the former Texas Ranger, playing in front of the Arlington crowd here in right. And around the infield, Craig Nettles is at third base. Bert Campaneris, the shortstop. Willie Randolph appears ready to play anywhere, anytime. He's at second base. Cecil Cooper over at first base. And another favorite here in Texas, Jim Sundberg, 6 Gold Gloves, doing the catching with Fergie Jenkins. Jenkins with loyalties both in the American League and the National League. He had 2 stints here with the Texas Rangers and 2 with the Chicago Cubs. Actually 3 if you include this latest stint with the Cubs as their pitching coach, and good things have happened with Fergie Jenkins and that Cub pitching staff so far this year. Jenkins, 19 years in the major leagues. We have a warm afternoon throughout the last few days during the festivities at the ballpark. They have checked temperature readings throughout different sections of this park, and boy, have they ranged. 115 in the upper deck, 84 degrees down by an ice cream stand in the lower levels, and this one is underway. Madlock leads off and strokes a base hit into left. So Madlock didn't want to get behind in the count and singles on the first pitch, a line drive into left. Madlock, a little conference with his first base coach, Lou Brock, and that's not a bad man to confer with when you reach the bases. Here's Billy Williams. A little in-house rivalry. Billy Williams, the hitting coach for the Cubs. Fergie Jenkins, the pitching coach for the Cubs. Jenkins picked up a strike on the corner. Man at first with nobody out. And a high popper on that infield. That's Willie Randolph looking into the Texas sky, and he makes the catch for the out. One gone, one on. Let's go to the field and Buck Martinez.
With me now is Harmon Killebrew. Harmon, think back to 1971. Fergie Jenkins on the mound at Tiger Stadium. Describe your feelings as you put
I'll tell you, Buck, that was the last game I thought the American League was going to win in the All-Star game, but that was a big thrill. If you remember, the wind was blowing strong to right field, and most of the people, in fact, I hit the only home run to left field that night. It was a slider away off Fergie, and I don't know how it got through the room, but it got through there, and it helped win the ball game. It was kind of a bittersweet night for me. After the game, they came in and got me and said, "You won the MVP award," and I was standing in front of the camera with the commissioner, Bowie Kuhn, and they said, no, it's not you, it's Frank Robinson. So it was kind of a bittersweet thing, but I'll never forget that one.
Harmon, thanks for your time. Good to see you. Now let's go back up the stairs to Dwayne.
All right, Buck. Steve Garvey bounces this one between the bag at third and Nettles. You might think, well, extra base hits, but it's too hot. And Bill Madlock, the runner at first, stopped at second, so Garvey settles for a single. Then at first and second, George Foster's the hitter, and already Foster and Jenkins, I'm not sure if they want to get squared away on the signals or not. Generally, we might see Sundberg and Jenkins get the signals squared away, but maybe this is a little different twist. George Foster, a five-time All-Star, 348 career home runs for Foster. And he takes that pitch. By the way, Richard Price is calling the balls and strikes. So Foster showed the bunt. That's a little unusual. For the likes of Foster, who fouls this one with the big rip. A ball and a strike. George Foster first made the All-Star team in 1976. It really was the 75 season, which stood as a breakout season in Foster's career with the Cincinnati Reds, originally with the San Francisco Giants. Fergie Jenkins throws a strike here, and Foster doesn't like the call. One out. That came on the pop-up by Billy Williams. Singles by Madlock and Garvey. Count is still 2-2. Fergie Jenkins making the start. Oh, what a pitching staff. We will see today. Ground ball short. Campaneris goes to second, one, and Willie Randolph turns the double play. The throw a little wide at first, but Cooper comes up with two, and the National League will not score in the first. Bottom of the inning coming.
I know it sounds crazy, but yeah, I took the high endurance challenge from Old Spice because I didn't really think it could work better than my old deodorant, but it does. It evaporates less quickly. It also lasts longer. High endurance protects against odor better. So if you still think every deodorant works the same, take the challenge. Try high endurance from Old Spice. Because now you got proof. Guaranteed.
Now it's time for your favorite snack. McCain Pizza Pockets. McCain captures perfect pizza taste in a pocket. Ready for that first bite. Now's the time for your favorite snack. Perfect pizza taste in a crust that's baked, not fried. So there's no leaks, no mess, just taste. McCain Pizza Pockets. Just perfect pizza taste.
July. This month, when it comes to baseball, this is where the big games are. K's Expos. TSN, July.
Welcome back to Arlington, Texas. We're going into the bottom of the first. No score. A beautiful shot of this beautiful ballpark here. The Goodyear Blimp Stars and Stripes from Pompano Beach, Florida, providing the aerial shots today in Arlington. And Earl Weaver has his lineup stacked up this way. Bert Campaneris leading off. Willie Randolph followed by Cecil Cooper, the first baseman, hitting third. The cleanup hitter, third baseman Craig Nettles. The designated hitter is Al Oliver. Paul Blair will bat sixth, with Joe Rudy in left hitting seventh. Jim Sundberg doing the catching, and Pete O'Brien in right field batting ninth. The defensive alignment for the National League, Dave Kingman in left, and that puts George Foster in center field, with Billy Williams patrolling right field for the National League. Around the infield, that's Bill Madlock down at third. Don Kessinger, the shortstop. Glenn Beckert, his old double play combination partner there at second base. Steve Garvey's over at first, with Manny Sanguin doing the catching on this hot day in Arlington, Texas. And on the mound is Juan Marichal, who won 243 games in his illustrious career, including 52 shutouts. He was 26-9 in that 1968 season. And the first pitch to Bert Campaneris floats low and outside, ball one. Down to third, and by Madlock up the line for a base hit and maybe more. Campaneris, still sporting some speed, winds up at second with a double. Campaneris at second base, and Buck Martinez standing by with Fergie Jenkins.
Fergie, I've seen catchers go to the mound, but I've never seen a batter go to the mound to have a meeting. What did George Foster say when he came out there?
Well, George and I have had a few battles against one another. I says, hey, I'm going to throw the first one right there. You take it, then hit the next one in the upper deck. But he took it. He took another one. Well, we finally got him to ground out, which, you know, a lot of times when guys like that caliber come out there, you hope they just don't hit it up the middle.
Speaking of up the middle, look out on that field right now and see Kessinger and Beckert. How do you respond to those two guys who did so many good things behind you?
Well, I imagine in my 10 years, they probably turned maybe 800 double plays for me. So let me tell you, they made up for my mistakes, especially with their quick hands. They were some good players.
All right, Fergie, let's go back upstairs.
All right, thanks, Buck. Willie Randolph has lined one into left. That's going to score Campaneris from second base. And Randolph winds up at second ahead of the throw. So a double for Randolph, and the American League quickly breaks out in front 1-0. A 1-1 pitch from Marichal, and Randolph pops it down that left field line. Kingman had to go into the corner. Now Cecil Cooper is the hitter. Cooper with a 1-ball, no strike count. Marichal comes back with a strike. 8 times in Cooper's career he hit 300 or better, including 1980 when he topped out at 352 and still did not win the batting title. He's a little early here. It's a ball and 2 strikes. He picked 1980 to hit better than 350. That's the year George Brett hit 390. And Marichal strikes out Cooper. First strikeout for Marichal. Let's go to the field now. Dave Campbell standing by. Dave?
Thank you, Dwayne. I'm here with Hall of Fame pitcher Robin Roberts, who used to think 300 innings was the normal workload. You know, a few teams are starting to go to the 4-man rotation. Kansas.
Something.
What do you think?
I think early in the season when it's cooler, you can do it, David. When it gets warm, you got to be careful and make sure the guys are strong enough. You know, but I think just a flat-out 4-man rotation. I think you got to pitch your best 3 pitchers as much as you can, and then fill in with the rest of the guys. It's hard to get 4 to rotate that are equal in strength as far as pitching is concerned.
I know you've been impressed with a young man from Japan, Hideo Nomo.
A marvelous pitcher. It's fun to watch him, you know, especially with everybody worried about holding that on and everything else. Why, it's obvious he's never going to have be able to do that, but he can sure throw, and he treats the hitters all alike. He sticks it in there, and his split finger, whatever that pitch is marvelous. It's just barely out of the strike zone. Most of the guys that throw that, it's way out of the strike zone, but his is almost a strike, and it's tough to lay off. He's a fine-looking pitcher, and first time around, he's been marvelous. It'll be interesting to see how he does all year.
Great seeing.
Thank you, Dave.
Dwayne?
Greg Nettles has popped out for the second out. Al Oliver jammed on an 0-1 pitch, rolls it to short, and Kessinger's throw is not going to get the job done. Oliver safely aboard at first as Randolph takes third. The pitch came in on Oliver, and Kessinger just couldn't get it across to Garvey in time to get Al Oliver. Don Kessinger won 2 Gold Gloves in his major league career, and just a little late on the throw, Garvey stretching to the right field side. So the inning continues, a run home, and at first and third, and Paul Blair is the hitter facing Juan Marichal. Blair, 17 years in the major league, including 4 World Series appearances. With ball to ball. Where you going? It doesn't matter. Little sidearm. Here it comes. Blair hit a home run in last year's Legend game. 2-1 the count. Marichal missing again. The American League out in front, an early lead. Doubles by Campaneris and Randolph have produced the run. Willie Randolph's now at third, Oliver at first. There's a ground ball headed to center, but Kessinger's there with the flip to Beckert for the force, and that retires the side. A run home for the American League. 3-1, 1-0 American Leaguers.
Something really pretty has happened to Bounty. You'll love new Bounty Medleys, the quicker, pretty upper. The quicker, pretty upper. You'll love them because they're 50% longer than Jumbo Bounty. New Bounty Medleys give you so many pretty ways to have the quicker, pretty upper. The quicker, pretty upper. New Bounty Medleys. And look for new Bounty Fun Prints, too.
When you try Banana Nut Muslix from Kellogg's, you'll discover a taste you already know pretty well. And that's banana nut bread, like it just came out of the oven. There's big crispy wheat flakes, crunchy granola, chunky cracked walnuts, and a great taste of bananas. It's all in Kellogg's Banana Nut Muslix cereal. Next time you're looking for the real taste of banana nut bread, try Banana Nut Muslix from Kellogg's.
This summer, the last one into a Best Western is a rotten egg. Kids get a complimentary Free Willy 2 Summer Fun Book, filled with puzzles, games, and contests, plus fun coupons. Just watch out for those cannonballs. Call 1-800-WILLY-2 for reservations. Your best bet is a Best Western.
We see one of the drivers getting into the car, apparently. Another 103 lap. We have a red flag. A red flag around the course. We'll see if we can spot what it is. There's been some contact made. Get rammed with the explosive Players Limited IndyCar Racing Series. The Roar makes its way to the airstrip in Cleveland for the Cleveland Grand Prix. Live Sunday, July 23rd. The wheels are turning right here on Real TV, TSN.
Welcome back to the ballpark in Arlington. There's George Foster, who provided the power for the Big Red Machine in the mid-'70s. Speaking of power, tonight at 8:45, Home Run Derby coming up, followed by the All-Star Gala tonight at 10:30. And tonight, Baseball Tonight Roundtable at midnight. 1-0 American League as we go into the second inning. Let's go to Dave Campbell and Juan Marichal.
Thanks, Dwayne. 1-0. They usually don't get any off you. What happened today?
Well, they hit 2 balls, right down the line and for doubles, and you can help when they hit the ball that way. It's easy to score runs. But I know that I have a good team behind me, and I think we're going to win.
I think back to a ball game, one of the most famous, certainly in Candlestick history. You beat Warren Spahn 1-0 in 16 innings. Both of you went all the way. What do you remember?
I remember that, and I remember that Alvin Dark wanted to take me out on there in the 9th inning. And I say, Alvin, I'm 22 years old. Warren is 42, and there's no way I'm going to get out of this game if that guy is still pitching. So I went all the way, and I won the game 1-0. And good thing that game was played in Candlestick Park, because if we play that game here, I don't think we can last that long.
Well, you look marvelous. You look in great shape. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Juan Marichal, a great Hall of Famer. Another guy went a lot of offers off Dwayne.
All right. We have another Hall of Famer on the mound now, Gaylord Perry, with 314 career victories. Perry going into the Hall of Fame in 1991. And he faces Dave Kingman. Kingman.
Come here. Let me see it. Hey. Hey.
Oh, they're going to check the ball on the first pitch from Gaylord Perry. Jim Sundberg trying to protect his pitcher and maybe clean up that baseball. Oh, what's Perry got out? He's loading it up. And boy, is he ever. Oh, that brings Richard Price, the plate umpire. He wants to look at the baseball, but wait a minute.
See, where you been? Let's water. We can't have
They're
this
going to
ice
check
here.
him out.
What's the deal here?
Meanwhile, a quick flip of that baseball to his catcher, Jim Sundberg, who had the towel to maybe clean that off. That's empty. There's nothing there.
Man.
Let's see, Perry wants a new baseball, successfully gets it.
All right, well, don't be doing that anymore, huh? We did that last year.
An innovative use for that rosin bag by Gaylord Perry. Let's take a look. Let's call working together with your battery, Jim Sundberg and Gaylord Perry. Now Kingman takes this pitch for a ball. Jim Sundberg holding an umpiring clinic now for the plate umpire, Richard Price, just to let him know maybe where that strike zone should be. Sundberg's going to run out of room, just out of play into the first row back of the dugout. We're at the ballpark in Arlington, Texas. They have a great setting for baseball. There is ball three. It's 3-1. Dave Campbell, how are things on the field on this warm day in Arlington?
Absolutely wonderful. Man hit 35 home runs in his last year and couldn't get a job the next year. You wonder. He's still strong.
Woo! Down to third. He shows Nettles, who comes up with that one. Nettles turns a hot shot into a routine play and retires Dave Kingman. Nettles still in Gold Glove form down there at third base. That play somewhat reminiscent of his performance in the 1978 World Series. He had that great Game 3 defensively. And he made the play. So Kingman the first out. One out in the second inning. Dick Allen is now hitting in the place of Orlando Cepeda, who was originally slated in the DH spot. And Paul Blair had him played perfectly. Blair shifted into left center field, and Allen hit the ball directly to him. 2 outs in the National League second. Let's see, Manny Sanguillen will be the hitter.
Now. Oh, it's one.
Sanguillen, a notorious bad ball hitter, but no way he could hit that pitch.
Straight by straight. What's the matter with you?
Rolls it foul.
How about was nice and everywhere?
Manny always with that smile and a lot to say. I doubt he'll get something straight from Gaylord Perry. He's behind in the count. Two outs, one coming on a fine play by Nettles at third on the ball hit by Kingman. No pitch there. Time had been called.
Let's go.
And the third, Nettles with another opportunity. And he makes that one easily. So a 1-2-3 inning for Gaylord Perry in the second. We have gone through an inning and a half at the ballpark in Arlington. Legends of the game, 1-0 American League.
At the Keg, we welcome you to be our guest for a night of fun, steaks on the grill, and lots of juicy details. That's why people keep coming back to the Keg. Great steaks, good friends. See you tonight.
Something really pretty has happened to Bounty. You'll love new Bounty medleys, the quicker, pretty upper. The quicker, pretty upper. You'll love them because they're 50% longer than Jumbo Bounty. New Bounty medleys give you so many pretty ways to have the quicker, pretty upper. The quicker, pretty upper. New Bounty medleys. And look for new Bounty fun prints, too.
5:23 a.m. and Benny's getting his regular early morning long distance discount to Montreal. But look how much more he'd save with Unitel over the big guys. Later, during peak hours, Chantel would save more with Unitel on calls to mom in Miami. Why? Well, because Unitel always saves you 25% off the big guys' regular long distance rates to anywhere in North America. Round the clock, every day of the week. That means 25% savings on top of those regular time of day discounts you wait up for every night and every weekend. So, Raj would save more on his calls from London, Ontario to Vancouver anytime. Lucille would save more to Butte, Montana. Where is Montana anyway? Ah, there it is, located, you'll note, in North America, where Unitel Long Distance always saves you 25% off the big guys' regular rates and off those time of day discounts. So why pay more? Call 1-800-575-6000 and join those savvy consumers who joined Unitel to get quality long distance for less.
It's a 1-0 ball game. The American League out in front. We have some changes as we head into the bottom of the second. J.R. Richard takes over on the mound, replacing Juan Marichal. J.R. with 107 career victories before his career was cut short. And he has the new battery mate, Jerry Grody, who started his career in the Houston organization but distinguished himself as a member of the New York Mets. And a new third baseman, Dick Allen, takes over there. Allen replacing Bill Madlock, and Madlock switches to second base. Let's go to the field, and Buck Martinez, who's standing by with Greg Nettles.
Greg Nettles, I've seen that play over there several times in our days from Kansas City playing the Yankees. Tell me about your memories of the '78 World Series and several plays just like that one.
I made a few like that against the Dodgers, and I was, in the first inning of this game, I let Garvey's ball get by me down the line. My mind said dive, and my body said no way. So, when the next ball came, it was a play like the '78 series, and I was just happy to get. Gaylord's making me look good out there. I need a lot of pitching to make me look good.
Everybody remembers you as a third baseman for the Yankees, but with the Twins, you were behind a pretty good third baseman when you first started out.
Right. In the minor leagues, I was a second baseman. They moved me over to third. I said, why? They said, well, there's a guy in front of you named Peru. It's going to be a pretty good second baseman. I said, okay. I said, who's in front of me at third? They said, a guy named Killebrew. I got to the big leagues, and Killebrew was at third, and he hit 49 home runs that year and was MVP, and luckily I got traded.
Thanks a lot, Craig. Good seeing you. Let's go back upstairs.
All right, thanks, Buck. Joe Rudy is facing J.R. Richard to open the bottom of the second. The count has gone to 2-2 on Rudy. fella, a clutch player through 3 World Series and 3 All-Star appearances. There's Harmon Killebrew. Entered the Hall of Fame in 1984. That's a tough play and out of the range of Don Kessinger, base hitting to left for Joe Rudy. Rudy opens with a base hit, but when you think about his greatness, you think about outstanding defense in the 1972 World Series. A hard-nosed player for Oakland. Here's Jim Sundberg. Sundberg was a workhorse for this Texas Ranger club. Well, he didn't think much of the calls in the top half of this inning when he was doing the catching, and thinks a little less of that one, a strike call. 1-1 the count. J.R. Richard on the mound facing Sundberg. 2-1. A 2-1 count to Sundberg. Buck, how are things in the dugout down there?
Well, Jim Sundberg complained when he was behind the plate, and then he complained about a strike call out himself. He's a true catcher, you know. He wants them both ways.
Only trying to protect his pitcher and that batting average at the same time. Any advantage given, he will take it. He's 2-2 with Richard, and Rudy at first, nobody out. Sundberg a piece of that one. In J.R. Richard's career, when he was right, that devastating slider to right-handed hitters made him virtually untouchable for a right-handed hitting lineup. Over 300 strikeouts, 78, 79. Full count, suffered the stroke in the middle of 1980 and finished his career with 107 wins and 71 losses. There is ball 4 to Jim Sundberg, but he doesn't want to take the walk. He said he wants to hit instead. So it might take more than 4 pitches out of the strike zone to walk Sundberg. So the count is 4-2 right now to Jim Sundberg. And he strikes out.
No ball.
1 on, 1 out. Let's go to Buck Martinez, who has a special treat.
Kirby Puckett. Look at this man right here. What's it say? Twins on his uniform. Harmon Killebrew. What's your response to being right here in the dugout with Harmon?
That's the killer, man. That's all you got to say, man. Say the killer. It's like right here, you say violate everything else. You go down the dugout. First names only.
You're a big fan of these guys, aren't you?
Yeah, man. We all play together at some point. I'm on my way out.
Not quite, not quite. Great seeing you.
Georgie, how you doing, man? What's happening, man?
Pete O'Brien's at the plate. 1 on, 1 out. O'Brien, the baby in this game. He's 37 years old. Spent a good part of his career here in Texas with the Rangers. An outstanding first baseman. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
The second, the third, the fifth, the sixth, now 8. You didn't quite get
Kirby
why
Puckett.
you felt about that trade. I've been looking
Kirby,
so forward to see you.
ever
I know what to do, Pete.
The socialite.
Always a pleasure to see you.
This one is outside. The count is 2-2. And I guess they wonder if maybe Kirby had something to do with the Aguilera trade. He certainly would have a comment or two about almost any topic. A great ambassador for the game, Kirby Puckett. This one fouled.
No, not 10. 8 just like 10.
Dennis Martinez and Cecil Cooper with Kirby Puckett. Dennis Martinez represents the essence of this game when it comes to pitching. He is a lot of fun to watch, and in his own way, the American League's answer maybe to Greg Maddux. O'Brien holding the count at 2-2. Broke his bat in that last foul ball. You just can't get good wood in these Legends of the Game All-Star Classics anymore. There's a great one, Orlando Cepeda. Cepeda, 58 Rookie of the Year. MVP in 1967 with the Cardinals. Traded from the Giants to the Cardinals after a knee injury put his career in some question in the mid-60s. Came back to win the MVP. O'Brien sends it long and deep, but foul. It's a 1-0 game. The American League scored in the first. Willie Randolph has the run batted in. Here's Steve Rogers. I think he's scheduled to pitch in the next inning. And another pitch off the plate in. But O'Brien wants to hit. Does not want to walk. And lifts this one to the right side. Steve Garvey back to first. Takes care of that one for the out. 2 outs. Joe Rudy's still at first. Let's go to Dave Campbell, who's standing by with Tug McGraw.
Thank you, Dwayne. Half Phillies, half Mets. You finally got it straight, huh?
I turned 50 and I got half-timer's disease. I can't decide which uniform to wear, so I just had them both sewn together.
Which fastball are we going to see, the Peggy Lee today or the Bo Derek?
Most likely it'll be the Peggy Lee. Where you say, is that all there is? Because that's about all. I'd throw as hard as I ever did, but it just doesn't get there as fast.
You were an emotional player, slapping the glove, everything like that, and then all of a sudden people sometimes would say hot dog. Now it seems to be in vogue. Somebody like Carlos Perez or somebody like that, they say it's good for the game.
Well, that's great. It's great to see that everybody can go out there and be themselves and express their personalities. But one thing that's very important that everybody realizes, you got to bring it to the table. I mean, if you're a hot dog, you better be good.
All right, Doug. Dwayne?
All right, thanks, Dave. We have a new pitcher. Masanori Murakami takes over for J.R. Richard. So Richard faces 3 hitters, picks up a strikeout, gives up 1 hit. And Masanori Murakami's on to pitch to Bert Campaneris. Let's go now to Buck Martinez.
Gaylord, you were teammates with Masanori Murakami in San Francisco. Tell us about him as a pitcher on that great ball club.
Well, in Candlestick Park, as you know, the wind blows from right to left, and we needed a left-handed relief pitcher, and he was really doing well in the minor leagues, and also we had a big Japanese population in San Francisco, so they thought it might help our attendance out. So he got called up, and he did great, and we pulled a good prank on manager Herman Franks at the time, I believe it was. It might have been 6-5 when he came up. Whenever he came up, when he wanted to know what to tell the manager when he came out. So we practiced it all game. I said, you tell Herman to take a hike. And so when Herman came out the mound, he says, Herman, you take a hike. And Herman got us the next day. He ran us from foul line to foul line. But he did a great job for us out there.
All right, Gaylord. Thanks a lot. Let's go back upstairs to Dwayne.
All right, George Orta is now pinch hitting for Willie Randolph, who has the game's run batted in. Runners at first and second. Orta lifts it into left. Dave Kingman is there and makes the catch to retire the side. So Masanori Murakami comes on, gets the final out of the inning. We are through 2. The American League 1 and the National League 0.
Hey amigos, here are chicken fajitas from McDonald's. They've got fresh tomatoes, green peppers, and onions. Whoops, nothing rhymes with onions. So forget it, we'll sing about seasoned chicken topped with cheese and rolled in a soft tortilla shell. Chicken fajitas, 2 for just $2.99. 2 for just $2.99. $2.99. Delicioso. Ooh, have you had your break today?
Want to try new Pert Plus?
No way. I tried it years ago. My hair needs a separate conditioner.
This new stuff cleans and conditions better than back then.
But it's still a shampoo and conditioner in one.
True, but while some other 2-in-1s only vary the level of the same conditioners, new Pert Plus actually has different conditioning formulas, customized for each hair type.
We'll see. Well, it is actually better. It's really manageable.
New Pert Plus, customized conditioning that's right for you.
Tak se snažím sehnat ten nový operační systém Chicago. Pořád odaluji jeho uvedení na trh.
Ten nový OS2 pod IBM se zdá být vynikající.
OS2?
Zrovna jsem o něm četla v časopise. Máte tam opravdový multitasking? Snadný přístup do internetu.
Hrozně ráda bych tu síť vyzkoušel. To je můj beeper.
Over its 114-year history, the legends of the sport have won it. Now, the best in the world want to win it. Be part of history. Be part of the Des Moines Limited Open, Canada's International Tennis Championship. July 24th on TSN.
Welcome back to Texas. The Legends of the Game All-Star Classic underway. Be sure and join ESPN Wednesday night at 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific, as the Kansas City Royals, led by Gary Gaetti and the speedsters Vince Coleman and Tommy Goodwin, take on the Yankees and Paul O'Neill. 7:30 Eastern here on ESPN. A 1-0 American League lead. And as we go into the third, we have some changes afoot for the American League. They've utilized Fergie Jenkins and Gaylord Perry on the mound so far, and now Vida Blue takes over. Blue with a career of 209 wins, 161 losses. And a new catcher as well, Darryl Porter, takes over behind the plate. On the right side of the infield, George Orta, who came on to pinch hit, takes over for Willie Randolph. And at first base, Cecil Cooper had started, and Darrell Evans is in the ball game there. Don Kessinger leads off against Vida Blue and takes the first pitch down. A 6-time All-Star, the former Cubs shortstop, out of the University of Mississippi. Also spent time with the Cardinals and the White Sox. That's a bouncer foul. The count is 1-1. Vida Blue on the mound for the American League squad. Down to third. Nettles being tested and is up for everyone. Across the diamond to Evans. One gone. So with one out in the third, Orlando Cepeda will get into the game and hit for Beckert. Cepeda will bat, and it appears that we might have one of those sandlot pinch runners at the same time. Juan Marichal will run for Cepeda. The pitch is in there for a strike. Well, Vida Blue quickly gets out in front. 0-2. There's the pinch runner, Marichal. A ball, 2 strikes. A popper back of first. Evans near the stands, and it's out of play. So Cepeda is still alive. 1-0 American League leading. We're in the top of the third inning. Cepeda facing Vida Blue, the most valuable player in 1971. There's a little tap. Marichal did not get a good jump, but that ball might be called foul anyway. Went back to the mound. Cepeda claiming that it's foul, and Richard Price, the plate umpire, agrees. You like to see that hustle out of these sandlot pinch runners. Marichal ran it out.
Hit till you get a hit.
The count is 1-2. That's foul down the left side. Now, Vida Blue in 71, not only the MVP and on the All-Star team, but the Cy Young Award winner that year. Foul ball, he got just a piece of it to stay alive. Cepeda making Blue work on a hot day. Another foul ball. The temperature well into the mid-90s and might push 100 before this one is over. Cepeda getting the bat on the ball, fouling pitch after pitch. Close, but that's down. And the count goes to 2-2. Now to play again. Marichal, the pinch runner, will get tired just waiting in the sun out there. This is the 11th pitch made by Blue to Cepeda. Chops it to short for Campaneris. And his throw to Evans is in time. 2 ground balls, 2 outs. Let's go to Dave Campbell standing by with one of the modern-day sluggers.
Thanks, Dwayne. Matt Williams standing here obviously can't play in the All-Star game. Has the foot in some kind of a little contraption there, but you said you got the pins out. You're getting closer.
Yeah, I got the pins out last week. I'm ready to get back out there as soon as... Hi-oh. How are you? Get out there as soon as I can. It's a question of making sure it's healed first, though.
As you were growing up, obviously you love baseball. Did you have any particular heroes?
Yeah, a couple of them. I got to watch Steve Garvey play a lot growing up in California. But my favorite's Pete Rose. He always has been, for the simple fact of the way he played the game. He played hard every day, and he left it out there when the game was over.
Well, everybody knows you hit home runs, but I know you play hard, so looking forward to your return.
I'm looking forward to get back out there. Thanks.
All right. Dwayne?
All right, thanks, Dave. Bill Madlock, the top of the order, is now playing second base. Is up there. Madlock singled to open this game and was left on base. Hits this one deep, but it's going to be out of play. Foul down toward the left field corner. Madlock and Blue had a few words before Madlock stepped into the batter's box. And now a line drive into left. Madlock has not lost his touch. 2 hits today, 2 for 2. He hit .354 with the Cubs in 1975, and it was off that form that did it. 3-time All-Star. Now Billy Williams, 1961 Rookie of the Year, and in 1987 found his way into the Hall of Fame. One strike to count. Hard hit ground ball, and a nice play by Orta to go to Campaneris for the force, and that retires the side. A shot off the bat of Billy Williams. No runs, a hit, 1 left. Bottom of the 3rd coming. 1-0 American League.
This sports break is brought to you by Subway, the place where fresh is the taste.
Hi, folks. Hope you're having some fun with the R-Star Classic. We'll have the home run hitting contest and tons more coming up. By the way, Sports Desk at 11:30 Eastern Time with Brendan Connor and me. Right now, some news from baseball, and I guess the most significant news is the owners say they are ready to return to the bargaining table. There has not been face-to-face negotiation with the players since March the 30th. John Harrington, who represents the owners and speaks for them, says they are ready to put a new proposal on the table. He won't say exactly what it is or what it will contain, but he says they should be getting together over the next couple of weeks, and I guess we can assume, at least on the surface, that is good news. And in the CFL, the Winnipeg Blue Bombers need some help offensively. They have grabbed Reggie Slack from the Birmingham Barracudas in exchange for offensive lineman Fred Childress. Once again, Sports Desk at 11:30 Eastern. We'll take a break, then get back to Texas on TSN.
Recently, Subway asked us, Bucky and Vinny, to review their turkey and bacon deluxe. Well, we decided to do a little research.
This is where turkey is.
Where's the bacon? What do we think? It's great. We got nice seasoned turkey with all the trimmings. A fresh baked bread topped with slices of real bacon. That's what makes it deluxe. Hey, look, even brought napkins. Subway, what a sandwich.
All-Star Week continues in Arlington, Texas. A lot of big events in town, a lot of souvenirs and memories in the makings for the fans in Texas. Coming up next, Home Run Derby. Chris Berman and Joe Morgan will be along. A lot of power on display. Speaking of power, Larry Doby is standing by with our Buck Martinez on the field.
Larry, 1948 was a great year for you, your first year in the big leagues, but the World Series with the Indians, they've been waiting a long time. Let's think back to that great home run you hit off Johnny Sane. Describe your feelings then.
Actually, Buck, I didn't get a good feeling until after it was over with, because I realized what had happened during the time that you were playing. I didn't realize it. But, you know, it was a great feeling because it was my second year in baseball in the major leagues, and I just came out of the Negro Leagues with Newark Eagles, and we won a pennant over there. So it was like a couple of years apart where I'm in 2 World Series, which made a good feeling. Of course, being the second year in Cleveland and playing with guys like Boudreaux and Gordon and Kelton and Eddie Robinson, it was a great feeling. It's great to be on that team, and particularly being 22 years old and getting a check for $6,000, man. That was big.
All right, Larry. Thanks a lot. Great seeing you.
Thank you, Buck.
Back to you, Dwayne.
Okay, Buck. Steve Rogers is the new pitcher. The 4th pitcher of the game. He broke in with a great rookie year with the Montreal Expos. And he faces Darrell Evans, throwing him a strike to start the bottom of the 3rd. A number of other changes defensively behind Rogers, and a couple interesting changes. 2 strikes to count. Evans hitting in the spot originally occupied by Cecil Cooper, who was 0 for 1. In left field, that is Tug McGraw. Manny Sanguillen takes over at second. Up the right field line, and a base hit for Evans. Evans on an 0-2 pitch has a leadoff single. So with Sanguillen now at second base, Madlock, who had moved over to second from third, has returned to third base. So an interesting defensive deployment here by Bobby Bragan's club. Look out, Nettles is hit by that pitch. Nettles, who has been outstanding all day long at third base, popped to second his first time. Hit by the first pitch offered from Steve Rogers. And he refuses to take his base. He wants to hit. Rogers says he's having some shoulder problems. He wants to take a toss or two to see if he's all right after hitting Nettles. And the National League manager, Bobby Bragan, walking halfway out of the dugout just to make sure his pitcher's okay, and Rogers says he is. There's Bobby, 77 years young. A 3-ball, no strike count. Nettles taking the green light. Was a little late on that 3-0 pitch. Well, he certainly doesn't want to walk. Chase that one. So the count is full. Evans, the runner at first, down to the left side. Madlock goes to the shortstop, Kessinger, who turns the double play. With Nettles up there, Madlock was over in the shortstop spot. So that double play goes 5-6 to 3. So we have 2 outs with the bases empty. Pitching change coming. We'll be back in a moment.
You're 5 minutes, Eva.
Okay, you ready? You look great.
Couldn't do it, actually. Especially after...
That's what I'm here for, huh? A few weeks ago, I was getting Eva ready for her close-up when I noticed something. Dandruff. So I told her about Head & Shoulders. The regular shampoos just rinse flakes away so they can come back. Head & Shoulders helps prevent flakes from even forming. You see the difference? Mark, you look beautiful. Head & Shoulders, because great hair can't have flakes.
pockets. McCain captures perfect pizza taste in a pocket. Ready for that first bite. Now's the time for your favorite snack. Perfect pizza taste in a crust that's baked, not fried. So there's no leaks, no mess, just taste. McCain! Pizza pockets. Just perfect pizza taste.
I know it sounds crazy, but yeah, I took the high endurance challenge from Old Spice. Because I didn't really think it could work better than my old deodorant. But it does. It evaporates less quickly, it also lasts longer. High endurance protects against odor better. So if you still think every deodorant works the same, take the challenge. Try high endurance from Old Spice. Because now you got proof. Guaranteed.
CFL 95 comes alive on TSN this week. Canada's game hits the ground running Thursday as the Calgary Stampeders battle the Ottawa Roughriders. CFL 95 live on TSN, your summer hotspot.
Next stop on the Indy Circuit, Canada, where top drivers and teams will be honored in Toronto. Spend some quality time off the fast track. The Molson Indy Gala, Sunday, here on TSN.
Back in Texas, one of the great elements of this ballpark in Arlington, the Legends of Baseball Museum, located just beyond right field. Spectacular displays on the greats of the game, exhibitions detailing the game's development, sections of Texas baseball greats featuring the likes of Jim Sundberg, and displays featuring baseball greats like Lou Brock. Right now, Dave Campbell is on the field with the legendary double play combination from the old Cubs.
Double play combination so many years with the Cubs. Don Kessinger, Glenn Beckert. I asked you earlier, how many years to play together? You said 8, but it seemed like more.
Well, we played together a lot of years. I don't know how many it was. I think it adds up to about 8 or 9 or whatever. But, you know, it seemed like about 20, I think, because we worked out so much in spring training and everywhere else together.
Beck, you said that after you got done with baseball, you went into a higher profile profession.
Well, I don't know higher profile, but there was a tremendous, much more pressure. And that's the futures market in Chicago at the Board of Trade, and it keeps a lot of weight off you.
You've hung it up. You're retired now.
Well, semi-retired. The kids are out now. My 2 daughters are gone, and the winters in Chicago get a little longer, so I built a home in Florida.
Baseball coach, University of Mississippi.
You're right. I love it. I love every bit of it. It's a lot of fun.
Have fun.
Steve Rogers is gone, and Tug McGraw comes in from left field to face Larry Parrish. Down to third, and this play made nicely by Madlock. So McGraw made just one pitch, got Parrish on the ground ball, and that takes care of the American League in the third. No runs a hit, but a double play. Nobody left on base. So Tug McGraw does his job. That's pretty much standard fare for the lefty McGraw. We're through 3, 1-0 American League.
Ooh, that looks sore. No problem, though. I know what the doc will be recommending for you. Deep cold therapy. No bones about it. Deep cold eases a pain of sore muscles. It works like ice, without the mess or inconvenience. Yep, he'll probably tell you Deep Cold is the original. In fact, it's the best-selling cold rub on the market. And, gotcha!
Now available, Deep Cold Ice Spray.
Your 5 minutes, Eva.
Okay, you ready? You look great.
Couldn't do it, actually. Especially after...
That's what I'm here for, huh? A few weeks ago, I was getting Eva ready for her close-up when I noticed something. Dandruff. So I told her about Head & Shoulders. The regular shampoos just rinse flakes away so they can come back. Head & Shoulders helps prevent flakes from even forming. You see the difference?
White, please.
Mark, you look beautiful. Head & Shoulders, because great hair can't have flakes.
Oh, hello. Do I know? Oh, hey, no, don't take those. Oh, no, hello. That's.
Real milk chocolate and peanut butter together.
Wednesday, our fans are going places. How can you take in every game from around the majors while only watching one? Hey, it's the way we do baseball. Jays Expos, doubleheader, TSN, Wednesday.
CFL 95 comes alive on TSN this week. Canada's game hits the ground running Thursday as the Calgary Stampeders battle the Ottawa Roughriders. CFL 95 live on TSN, your summer hotspot.
Because of the extreme heat in Arlington today, this game is a final after 3 innings. The American League winning 1-0. The heat a little too much for some of our legends, but still a very exciting affair. More excitement in store with the Home Run Derby just around the corner on ESPN. A lot of memories made today. Now for Buck Martinez and Dave Campbell, I'm Dwayne Statz. So long. Let's go to Chris Berman.
From coast to coast, you're watching the Sports Network.
Will the longest blast of the Home Run Derby travel? Well, maybe a ball will leave the yard here at the ballpark in Arlington and pound the camera, which is providing you the pictures you're enjoying right now. Hello once again, everybody. I'm Chris Berman, and welcome to the celebrated portion of our All-Star Monday, the Home Run Derby. Special this year, an expanded version close to 2 hours. 4 of the best home run hitters from each league will show their prowess in a mount, and then we'll also get to see who hits it farthest. Some mammoth blasts through the years. Frank Thomas last year, 521 feet. The Dome, the Astrodome in '86, Darryl Strawberry hit the speaker in right center field. 4 years ago, Cal Ripken Jr. got on a major roll hitting 12. 3 years ago was Mark McGwire that had a dozen. He wired the field. Unfortunately, the first baseman of the A's won't be with us today, nor will he be with us tomorrow night at the All-Star game. He was hit in the head by a David Cone pitch on Saturday. We hope Mark is okay to resume when the A's resume their schedule on Wednesday, oddly enough, against the Toronto Blue Jays and David Cone. The rules for the Home Run Derby are rather simple. As we said, there are 8 that start, 4 in each league. Every swing is either a home run or an out. You can hit 8 million home runs, but the first 10 swings that don't go out of the park, those are 10 outs, and you sit down. The top 4 out of the first round advance to the second round, where the rules are the same, 10 outs, and then the final 2, doesn't matter what league you're in, they advance. In the final round, it's only 5 outs per hitter, and then we'll have a champion, although there's some tiebreakers along the way, but we have time to explain that. Joining me, well, he made a run of Roger Maris's record once. He hit the 268th the lifetime home runs, Joe Morgan. It's always fun to see the big home run hitters just try and powder away, isn't it?
Well, there's nothing more fun than watching a home run derby. And I think we have some guys here who we've not seen before that may do very well. You know, when I look at this ballpark, I try to handicap them by the stadium itself. And a left-hander actually has an advantage here, a shorter porch in right field. There's only one left-hander in the lineup, and that's Mo Vaughn. So I think he has an advantage. I was going to pick Mark McGwire, but since he's not here, I'm going to take Mo Vaughn from the left side, and I'm going to take Raul Mondesi from the right side.
You can pick McGwire anyway, Joe. Nobody will hold it against you. Working down on the field with us during this home run derby and making sure that the wind chill factor doesn't get too cold is our Buck Martinez. Buck?
The ballpark at Arlington is a very spacious ballpark, and because of that, the home team, the Texas Rangers, has had to change their thinking at the plate a bit. It really favors left-handed hitters, and with that in mind, think about Mo Vaughn. He's the only left-handed hitter out of the 8 home run hitters in this contest. The dimensions down the left field line, 332 in the corner, but it goes dramatically out to 390, and that's a 20-foot high wall in left field. 407 is to the right of center field, and the ball really doesn't jump that well to left. Just 20 home runs to left, 15 to center, and 38 to the seats in right. So with that in mind, think about the way the ball flies in the afternoon. Yesterday was the first day game here in about 5 years, and the ball was really jumping. Also, what little breeze there is right now is favoring the left-handed hitter.
All right, Buck, thank you. And we begin. The National League is the visiting team, and here at the ballpark in Arlington. And playing in his first All-Star game, the Rookie of the Year a year ago, Raul Mondesi. And I think, Joe, as we're going to see, the four hitters from the National League are pretty much the same player with the possible exception of Ron Gant. These are complete players, excellent fielders. They can run, and they're young. Sanders and Mondesi and Sosa, really the ones I'm talking about.
Well, you're right. They're not just home run hitters. They're very good defensive players. They run the bases well. They're probably the most complete players you can find in the National League.
You know, for Mondesi, he has never been even at the AAA level in Albuquerque before he, 93. Just had the 12 home runs. So it's not as if he's hit like 40 one year in the minors. He's a guy that there's his first swing, and anything not out of the park in fairgrounds is an out. So there's one out.
I think what you'll see from Mondesi is that his home runs will be more line drive-like home runs, not long, high fly balls, not the Frank Thomas kind. He broke his bat, so that tells you a little bit out in front, maybe a little too anxious. But that's what happens to rookies in this competition. We remember Mike Piazza, last 2 years, went 0 for both years.
So what you're telling me is Mondesi probably didn't ask Piazza for any advice.
No, I'm sure he didn't. And I don't know why I picked him. I just picked him because I watch him in batting practice, and he hits a lot of long line drives.
But one thing Mondesi will not do is take many pitches, even during this, knowing that every swing that's not a homer is an out. He's 4 outs, no home runs. That was inside.
Yes.
And he ripped it anyway.
But he's a rookie. Sometimes you're a little nervous, and you just want to go up there and get one out of the ballpark, so you really are not patient as you should be.
This is ripped down the left field line. Foul. But it's an out.
Yes.
That's a tough out, Joe. Seven outs. No homers. Come on, Raul. Inside. Did he get enough of it?
Yes.
Back it goes. Back. Gone. Well, it is fitting. The man that hit the first home run of the season, remember the opening game that you guys did on a Tuesday night? Hits the first home run in the home run derby. Is this fair? Yes, sir. So after a late start, Mondesi has found the groove. Inside, he just hacked at it anyway. 8 outs. That'll be down to his last out.
Well, I think I made a bad choice here, didn't I?
I'm going with Gant in the National League and Frank Thomas in the American League. Ripped to left field. It's curving. Foul. And that's 10 outs, and Raul Mondesi will sit down with 2 home runs.
And I think he'll sit down for the rest of the evening. I don't think 2 is going to get him into the next round.
So, Joe, hitting Raul Mondesi drives a pair out. The leadoff man for the American League next, Albert Bell.
Excuse me, what do you think about the shape of Kellogg's Rice Krispies?
I don't know, it looks oval.
Let me put this grain of rice next to it. Notice anything?
No.
You may have noticed that they're both shaped like rice, because each Kellogg's Rice Krispies is made with a real grain of wholesome rice.
Rice Krispies is made with rice?
The heck did you think it was made with?
What the heck did you think it was made with?
Recently, Subway asked us, Bucky and Vinny, to review their turkey and bacon deluxe. So we decided to do a little research.
This is where turkey is.
Where's the bacon? What do we think? It's great. We got nice seasoned turkey with all the trimming. A fresh baked bread topped with slices of real bacon. That's what makes it deluxe. Hey, look, even brought napkins. Subway, want a sandwich?
Out on the ice, I don't score points for how my hair looks. But after the game, in front of the press, when the cameras are just inches away and millions of fans are watching, my hair has to look great. And great hair can't have flakes. No way. So I get rid of them with Head & Shoulders. It keeps my dandruff in check and my hair looking great.
Go.
Hey, you can't hide under a helmet all the time.
Head and Shoulders, every day.
This is great hair. Can't have flakes.
Over its 114-year history, the legends of the sport have won it. Now, the best in the world want to win it. Be part of history. Be part of the Des Moines Limited Open, Canada's International Tennis Championship. July 24th on TSN.
On air here in Texas, there's a look at some more. So we've seen one batter here from the National League in the Home Run Derby, and that will bring up the first batter from the American League, Albert Bell. Bell is the replacement for Mark McGwire. Bell with the 14 home runs for the Cleveland Indians. You could just put their whole team in this Home Run Derby.
Almost. The funny thing, we forgot about the fact that this is the American League against the National League and not just individual.
At least in the first round.
Right.
Now, Bell has done this before. He's been in home run derbies before. By the way, Mike Phillips was pitching before. The pitcher right now is Ray Burris, the former major leaguer with the Cubs and others.
And he was a teammate of mine in Oakland, so... And I've seen Ray give up some long ones.
Well, he just did. It goes back to the fence. It is almost out of here, but it's an out. That's tough when you hit a 365-foot ball 10 feet up the wall for an out.
That's what Juan Gonzalez and Canseco were saying last year about this ballpark. Very difficult place for right-handers to hit the ball out.
This is drilled to left field. Back. Gone. Albert Bell off the auxiliary scoreboard. In comparison to the National League, the American League hitters, Bell, who just rips this one. Does it stay fair? Yes. These are more home run hitting types. Yes. Look at the body.
Yes, they are. And it's interesting if you look at their statistics per at bat, home runs per at bat, they dominate the National League. In fact, all the National Leaguers are over 20, at bats without, per home run, and the American League does not have anyone that has to have 20 at bats before he hits a home run.
Well, I mean, Albert, last year at 36, the year before at 38, the year before at 34. He does this for a living. This is what he does. Didn't get all of that one. And some of the high school players from some of the area who are shagging, what a thrill it is for them to field the fly balls hit by some of the best home run hitters in the biz. This is a no-doubter. Second deck. 3 home runs for Bell. Who takes the lead in the clubhouse?
In the clubhouse.
Rip. He's got it going now. Back. Gone.
Maybe the left field is not as far as it looks when Albert Bell is hitting.
You know what he's probably enjoying? Yes, he's enjoying that swing. It's back, and gone. Some of the line drives might not have cleared the tower in Cleveland, right?
Good point.
So 5 outs remain for Albert Bell. He's at 5 out, and I would say that he's done a pretty good job filling Mark McGwire's shoes. He's the late ad. Rip, but it's going to be foul. Wow. Bell's longest home run, 433 feet. Hits this to left center. He has that alley working, Joe. Gone!
I tell you what, Albert Bell's in a very good groove here.
Seven outs and 6 home runs for Albert. The bell has been tolling thus far in Arlington.
I've always said that Ken Griffey Jr. has a perfect swing to be in home run hitting contest.
Tries it the other way. That's not going to carry.
But Albert Bell has a nice swing as well. He just moves his hands back just a little bit and then he attacks the ball. You'll see a lot of guys with a bigger swing. He doesn't really change anything.
Well, that one had hair on it, but unfortunately for the home run derby, that's not going to do anything.
He's like a pitcher. You got to get him out of there. He'll hit a ground ball now.
Oh, he wanted to be selective, and boy, did he select this one. Another second decker for Albert Bell. Home run number 7. For the one out left, Joe, is even in this, you're going to be selective with the pitches. Gets under that one. That's 7 home runs for Albert Bell, Joe. Not bad for a guy who didn't know until he got here last night. Could he be in this competition?
Well, I like Albert Bell's swing. Why? He uses his upper body, his lower body. Everything goes into it. And this is one, he gets all of it. Big, prodigious blast goes deep into the left field seat.
7, an impressive number for Albert Bell. He's impressed the fans here in Arlington, and he's impressed his American League teammates, Frank Thomas and Mo Vaughn.
Hey, do you know what conditioners can do for your hair?
Got me.
What if I told you they help hair stay in control and smooth flyaways?
Conditioners do that?
That's right. And now, Pert Plus shampoo and conditioner in one has been reformulated with customized conditioners designed specifically for your hair type. So you get hair that's clean and more manageable than with a regular shampoo.
You know, I think I could get used to this.
New Pert Plus, customized conditioning that's right for you.
Hey amigos, here are chicken fajitas from McDonald's. They've got fresh tomatoes, green peppers, and onions. Whoops, nothing rhymes with onions. So forget it, we'll sing about seasoned chicken topped with cheese and rolled in a soft tortilla shell. Chicken fajitas, 2 for just $2.99. 2 for just $2.99. $2.99. Delicioso. Ooh, have you had your break today?
We see one of the drivers getting into the car, apparently. Another 103 left. We have a red flag. A red flag around the course. We'll see if we can spot what it is. There's been some contact made. Get revved with the explosive Players Limited IndyCar Racing Series. The Roar makes its way to the airstrip in Cleveland for the Cleveland Grand Prix. Live Sunday, July 23rd. The wheels are turning right here on Real TV, TSN.
A whole paper towel can be too much or too little. Now there's new Selecticides, the Bounty you customize. Special smaller sheets. The quicker picker-upper lets you pick out 1 sheet for small jobs, 2 sheets for regular jobs, 3 sheets for large jobs, and it's 50% longer than Jumbo Bounty. New Selecticides, the Bounty you customize.
The quicker picker-upper.
New Bounty Selecticides.
Certainly red hot here in Arlington, Texas, but then again, so is Albert Bell of the Cleveland Indians. And our red hot All-Star Monday continues after the Home Run Derby at 10:30 Eastern Time. About a mile from here at Six Flags Amusement Park, the site of the All-Star Gala. We'll talk with so many of the players and managers in tomorrow's Midsummer Classic. Then following the 11:30 half-hour Sports Center at midnight Eastern Time, the Baseball Roundtable, including visits from Nolan Ryan, need we say more, and the leader in batting in the National League. If we said that enough before, Tony Gwynn. So plenty coming up here in Arlington after the Derby. Now, Albert Bell only had 2 homers last year, 3 the year before, but his 7 having the early lead. And now the National League's second batter, a young man who started out with the Texas Rangers in the pre-Harold Baines trade era. Sammy Say It Ain't Sosa, now excelling for the Chicago Cubs. Went to that famous deal with Wilson Alvarez of the White Sox some years back.
You know, he had a lot of foul ball.
And that Harold Baines trade, then a few years ago went crosstown from Chicago, where really he's become a huge home run hitter. 25 last year, 33 with the Cubs in '93, has 15 here at the All-Star break, Joe.
Well,
coming into his own.
The friendly confines of Wrigley Field, they really fit Sosa's swing. He can hit the ball out in right center field as well as pull the ball to the left. That also has helped to make him a better hitter because he doesn't have to pull everything.
Reggie Sanders on the left, Ron Gant rooting for their National League teammate at this point.
If you look at this matchup on paper, the American League has a real big advantage, but all the National League needs is for one person to get real hot.
The league championship, if you will be decided at the end of this first round. There's an out. The leading 4 home run hitters, no matter what the league, will move on. Sammy got under this one, and it won't carry. Although it had legs on it at the very end. You try and pull everything here in a home run hitting contest?
Well, it looks like he is. He's dropped his back shoulder on the last couple, but you're trying to get it in the air, so that's what you try to do.
Oh, and it bounced over for a home run.
Home run.
That was only time for 2 backs. Back gone. That was a 2-backer. Just to put in perspective right now, and we're only in our 3rd batter, Albert Bell's 7-1 the last 2 years. That was the winning number. And Sammy has 4 outs remaining. Has hit 2 out to equal the National League high of his teammate Raul Mondesi. This is Tom Brown who was pitching. Long ride to center field. Just short. Look at that carom off the wall. My goodness. Center field, Joe, is shorter than left center and right center here.
Yeah, you'll see more home runs hit straight away here than anything to the left side of the center field.
Now Sammy's down to his last out, so he wants to be selective here. In the heat, let's say it was 80 degrees rather than 101, which it is, Joe. Would that make a difference in how the ball carries?
No, I don't believe so. Not in this ballpark.
Now this will be out of play, and Sammy Sosa will be out of swings. 2 home runs for Sammy Say-It-Ain't Sosa of the Chicago Cubs. We're about halfway through the first round of the Home Run Derby. Albert Bell's 7, the best thus far.
This sports break is brought to you by The Keg, where good friends get together to enjoy great steaks and share some fun.
Hi, folks. Glad you're with us for the All-Star Evening. I'm Michael Landsberg. Sports Desk at 11:30 Eastern Time. We'll get back to the home run hitting contest, and Frank Thomas still to come. He should be awesome. Right now, let's take a peek at what happened just a little bit earlier in this All-Star Gala from Arlington, Texas. This is the Legends game, not old-timers. That's Canadian Hall of Famer Ferguson Jenkins getting the start for the American League. He doesn't have the velocity he used to have, but he's still got the location, and George Foster can't handle it, but Willie Randolph can. Randolph will lash a double into the corner. That wasn't off Ferguson Jenkins. I think that was Juan Marichal. That'll score a big. Bert Campaneris, anything but big, of course, and it's 1-0 for the junior circuit after 1. Greg Nettles there showing his Gold Glove play at third base. That was Dave Kingman, the batter, and where is Dave Kingman? Nowhere to be seen, which is actually just the way he was when he was playing. More of that fun. As a matter of fact, all the details coming up on Sports Desk at 11:30 Eastern Time. A real fun day at Arlington, Texas. Back to that in a moment, and I guess some good news of sorts. We'll have to put it in perspective when the talks do resume, but the players and the owners apparently will resume negotiating sometime over the next couple of weeks. We can expect the owners say they have a proposal. They will put it on the table for the players sometime in the very near future. And Reggie Slack is now a Winnipeg Blue Bomber. He was acquired from the Birmingham Barracuda. Sports Desk 11:30 Eastern Time. We'll take a break, then get back to Arlington, Texas on TSN.
It's hot off the grill. The Keg 69 Classic Camaro Contest. To get your share of the action, just visit the Keg and sink your teeth into a juicy keg steak or cool down with a refreshing Lipton Original Iced Tea. Fill out a ballot and enter it into the specially marked ballot box. Then dream about your chance to win this classic beauty. Or you could win a free cake dinner during the Keg 69 Classic Camaro Contest. It's hot.
To the Home Run Derby, where for the American League, we told you the entire Cleveland Indians squad could just represent the league, and that's what we've had so far. Albert Bell was first with 7, and now here's the youngster, 23-year-old Manny Ramirez.
And as Albert Bell said, he was very nervous his first couple of Home Run Derby chances, so I think that probably Ramirez is a little nervous, and I'm sure Mondesi was. The only guy who will not be nervous is Mo Vaughn. I don't think he'll ever be nervous. Mo's demeanor is too quiet.
So Manny Ramirez, who had 17 homers last year, has 18 thus far this year. The second game he ever played was a 2-home run job in Yankee Stadium, about a mile from where he grew up. So he hits them in bunches, and we've seen him have many a 2-home run game. Oh, he tries the other way, Joe. Not going to make it.
No.
Although pretty good power down the opposite line.
I think that's a little sign of nervousness, because he just swung at a pitch that he normally wouldn't swing at.
Well, I hope we don't make him nervous.
Well, I think in
we
the
don't
home
make
run
him
hitting,
nervous.
No, look at Mo. I mean, he's not. Nothing upsets Mo.
To right field. Off the wall for an out. That sounds bizarre to say, doesn't it?
I don't think I've ever seen a hitter in a home run hitting contest hit more to the opposite field than he does to his strong field.
This is to his strong field. Does it have enough juice? Yes. One home run for Manny Ramirez.
Jay, I'm going to sneak around behind you. Stay there. Oops, sorry.
Hit deep to left center, and it is gone. That's over 400 feet. Now he's in some sort of a groove. It's a guy that hits 6 most of the time for the Indians.
Well, I think you have to pull the ball. There he goes to the other way again. You're right, that Cleveland Indian lineup, 6, 7, 8 hitters are, I mean, they're awesome. They're just as strong, if not stronger, than the 3, 4, 5 hitters in that lineup.
So Ramirez has a pair. And he's down to 4 outs remaining. And if you're keeping score at home, which we know you are, it's 9-4 AL. To right center field.
Yes.
Back. Oh, off the Tom Thumb side. You're right, though, Joe. He's hit more to the right of dead center. Does he know something we don't?
No, again, I think it's probably a little bit of... He's a little nervous, and he's trying a little too hard.
Well, he's down to his last out. He's got a pair. At least no one's gotten shut out thus far. Good crowd on hand watching the workout, the batting practice, and now the home run derby. This a rope. Oh, man, it just kept going over the 377 sign.
He gets another at bat. He didn't think that was out.
So a reprieve for Manny Ramirez. It's the Indians 10 and everybody else 4. And now he'll sit down. Manny hitting home runs to the right of center and getting a good round of applause here in this American League Park. And here's the smile of a young man that's almost relieved, huh?
Well, yeah, I think he is relieved. He just happened to be here. He got his 3 home runs. Like you say, he wasn't shut out.
So we've seen the Indians. Now it's time to see the Reds.
That's the way, I like it. I like it a lot.
Play vacation sweepstakes at Mr. Grocer and Value Mart. You could win one of 100 trips for 2 to the luxurious Oakwood Inn Resort in Grand Bend, Ontario. Enjoy deluxe accommodations, golf, tennis, and swimming facilities. You could also win the massage and home haircutting kit from Wall, Masters of Massage and Home Hair Care, or Samsonite's Valet Carry-On. Samsonite, our strengths are legendary. To enter, fill out a ballot and attach a proof of purchase from any one of these President's Choice featured products. Vacation sweepstakes only at Mr. Grocer and Value Mart.
St. Andrews in Scotland. The mystique and tradition of the British Open. Golf's elite from around the globe are set to challenge for the most prized trophy in the game. The 1995 British Open. Coverage begins Thursday, July 20th. Golf's majors only on TSN.
Wednesday, our fans are going places. How can you take in every game from around the majors while only watching one? Hey, it's the way we do baseball. Jays Expos, doubleheader, TSN, Wednesday.
Halfway through the Home Run Derby, and the American League has the 10-4 lead. Albert Bell, the pace setter, with 7. A reminder, Sunday Night Baseball rolls on this time from Fenway at our famous 7:56 Eastern start time. The Rangers, we take them out of Arlington, we move them into Fenway. Mo Vaughn, you'll see it in a couple of moments, and Jose Canseco, long ball against long ball. That's Rangers and Red Sox from Fenway this Sunday at 7:56 Eastern time.
Hey, everybody.
This is Reggie Sanders, personable 27-year-old right fielder of the Cincinnati Reds. And I think we heard him say to Buck Martinez walking up to the plate, I'm a little bit nervous here.
I'm sure he is. I mean, not just about the home run hitting contest, the fact that here he is in his first All-Star game.
And he's a bust-out season for him. Sosa, Mondesi, Sanders, same sort of player, has 56 RBIs, ties to the lead in that department of the National League.
Well, I've watched him over the last 3 years, Chris, and he's become a better hitter each year, and his power numbers have continued to improve, and he is a bona fide run producer now.
Well, the gentleman that will follow him up for the National League will be his teammate Ron Gant. I got to think that not that Sanders could have done this on his own, but Gant has helped Reggie become a better player this year. Of course, that's just our own thought. Let's go down to Buck with Ron Gant. Buck?
Ronnie Gant, you see Reggie Sanders at the plate. You talked all morning long about the tension. Do you think he's feeling a little tension, wanting to do good here in this contest?
Yeah, it's his first time, and I think he's feeling it a little bit. But I'm sure as he swings, he's going to probably loosen up a little bit. I hope so anyway. We need the help right now.
What about the 1-2 punch you two have provided all year long for the Cincinnati Reds? How has that helped you and helped Reggie?
Well, we've complemented each other very well. We both have speed. We can run the bases. We know if one of us gets on, the other one can drive us in. So, you know, that's a great asset to have on a ball club, especially like ours, and they're the type of team that likes to run.
Ronnie Gant, have a good first round.
All right, good to see you.
Let's go back to Chris upstairs.
All right, Buck and Ronnie, thank you. You're right, Reggie, you need to get that one, right?
Well, yeah, you need to get the one to get you started. He's getting a lot of line drives and a lot of base hits, but this is a home run derby.
Everybody takes for granted, Joe, the fans that, they're an all-star game, so obviously they're a great player. Why would they be nervous? You know, they're not facing Randy Johnson or Hideo Nomo or they're just facing batting practice. How would they be nervous? But they don't understand.
Well, it's something new.
Did that go?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Just over the 404 side. So Reggie Sanders is off the schneid.
Well, it's like playing your first All-Star game. You've played games before, but it's something different. You're playing with the best players in the world. Now you're in a home run derby with some of the best home run hitters in baseball.
Yeah, 4 years ago, Cal Ripken Jr. had 12 at Skydome. He wired everyone. This is back. Gone. Home run number 2 for Reggie Sanders.
Well, at least now he's getting some into the air. I think on the home run derby, you have to hit all your balls in the air. You have to lift.
Yeah, I haven't seen a ground ball go out of the park yet.
No, very difficult in this, especially a stadium like this.
Well, except for maybe the knot holes that they used to have in some of the old parks down the fence. But if you get at a 1-foot line drive to a knot hole, you deserve a home run.
Well, remember when Babe played, you could bounce him over the fence.
That was when you played. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Well, Reggie hit the ball well, but ends up with 2 home runs, and we may have to invoke the Max Ballyhoo tie-breaking rules later. We'll get back to you with that. The Big Hurt, you up. So in Arlington, it's Albert Bell's 7 home runs that continue to lead the way here in the first round.
Yeah, I took the high endurance challenge from Old Spice because I didn't really think it could work better than my old deodorant. But it does. It evaporates less quickly, it also lasts longer, protects better against odor. Now you got proof. Guaranteed.
Summertime fun, need refreshment. Yeah! Summertime fun, need refreshment.
Try delicious frozen concentrated iced tea from McCain. Refreshing, thirst-quenching beverage made with the essence of unique tea blends. McCain iced tea. Caffeine-free, no powdery taste. Just a clean, fresh-tasting flavor of McCain iced tea. Caffeine-free, no powdery taste. McCain, great-tasting refreshment down to a T.
Would you believe it if I told you this was one of those shows, Gary?
Why is that man beating up these kids? Please don't anybody underestimate my commitment to the team.
Can you share some of those stories?
Well, I would never sort of freak when I say that.
Hey!
But,
Hey! It's not about justice in the beginning. It's about conviction.
There is a perception you don't necessarily think is correct, I
I'm
gather.
getting my feeling about that now.
Get inside the story with Dave Hodge. Inside Sports. Weekdays on TSN. CFL 95 comes alive on TSN this summer. Our 45-game schedule is jam-packed with familiar faces. Explosive action is headed your way from the north, south, east, and west. Get down and dirty weekly as the good old boys renew acquaintances. But remember, there's only one place to catch CFL fever this summer. CFL 95 live on TSN, your weekend hotspot.
Want to try new Pert Plus?
No way. I tried it years ago. My hair needs a separate conditioner.
This new stuff cleans and conditions better than back then.
But it's still a shampoo and conditioner in one.
True, but while some other two-in-ones only vary the level of the same conditioners, new Pert Plus actually has different conditioning formulas, customized for each hair type.
We'll see. Well, it is actually better. It's really manageable.
New Pert Plus, customized conditioning that's right for you.
As we've seen here at the Home Run Derby, some gentlemen who had not participated before. You talk about not getting nervous. I don't think Frank Thomas is too worried about this, Joe.
No.
Back-to-back MVPs, 27 years of age, has 21 home runs at the break, and 38-41 the 2 years before. And we remember his shot last year in Pittsburgh.
I think that was the longest ball I've ever seen land. I've seen Willie Stargell hit balls over the roof in Pittsburgh, but I didn't see him land. That was probably the longest ball I've ever seen where it actually landed.
Well, the reason you didn't see they haven't landed yet.
Yeah, it was left.
I never saw
I mean, that was left center field and real deep.
One of the balls that Pops and McCovey and those guys would hit 20 years later, I think they still haven't landed.
Yeah.
Frank Thomas gets under this one. It'll go as a rain-making out. Drill down the line. Does it stay fair? Just foul. So you look at Frank, Joe, 6'5", 257, but yet he's also one of the best pure hitters in the game, in addition to being a home run hitter.
Well, he doesn't have just pure strength. He has a quick bat. He can handle the ball out over the plate very well, and he fights the ball off inside. So he's got a pretty good balance there of power, discipline, and bat speed. Actually, this is the way he started last year. I remember, Chris, he overswung on a couple, then he took some time, backed out, regrouped, and then he started hitting a lot of long fly balls that went out of the ballpark. You can see that he's overswinging right now. You don't remember Frank Thomas being out of balance when he swings during the regular season, but now he's out of balance.
Well, his 21 home runs leave him third in, well, all of the majors. behind Mark McGuire and Mo Vaughn, each who have 24.
Early in the season, they were not pitching to him at all, and then all of a sudden they got brave, and he went on a tear.
Hideo Nomo, we'll see him tomorrow. Can't wait to see him. Nomo and Randy Johnson will be some serious heat to start this off. Not that we need it from the pitchers, I might add. With the temperature about 101 today. Of course, with that nice breeze, the wind chill is down to 97. Rip to left field, back. The big hurt is on the board. Maybe this is his groove coming, Joe.
The first thing you have to know in a home run derby is which pitch you elevate best. The high fastball or the low one.
Didn't matter what that was. That is elevated deep to the left center field bleachers. 2 home runs for Thomas.
How long you think that was, baby? 445.
Ripped to left field, but this one is going to be yanked foul. That last home run, by the way, 445 feet. So that's the longest we've seen today.
Right. And he hasn't even hit it well.
Right.
He just barely got that one.
Yeah, but he's kind of like John Daly shanking a driver. You know what I mean?
Still longer than everyone else.
Right.
Okay.
3 outs remaining for Big Frank.
Now you see how he wouldn't not to get that pitch.
Rip, but this won't hang up there long enough. We get a log jam there with the 2 home runs, don't we, Joe?
Well, I think Frank will get out of that log jam. I think he'll get one of these out of here.
Well, there's Albert Bell who has a 7. Oh, you think so, huh, Joe?
I think so.
Back. God, he hit the target. His just keep going.
Almost 1,000 feet, the 2 of them together. That's right.
Frank Thomas, in a career that only saw him begin with 60 games in 1990, has 163 lifetime home runs. This is ripped to left field. Forget about it. The one before that was 470.
This is almost unfair. This is identical to his performance last year. Got off to a slow start, and then he got real hot toward the end.
I told you he was my American League pick, Joe. He and Albert Bell are moving on. Frank's not done here.
But remember now, these do not count next round. They have to start all over. So I'm still okay if Mo Vaughn can hang in there.
470 and 456, the last 2 home runs ripped by Thomas. This is another one bidding for the second deck that'll just fall shy of a home run.
That's enough. Get him out of there. They're safe zone. There's Mo Vaughn. He's going to be the last American Leaguer to hit.
But Ron Gant's going to have to hit about 18 if the National League's going to hang in. Oh, it's ripped to left center. Back. Another one finds the target.
Well, I think I may have made a bad pick. You may have taken the right horse.
So Frank Thomas, that one was 461 feet, Joe. Seemed like he broke the bat on that a little bit. Maybe not, just missed it. Went out left. The oohs and the ahs from the stands. Albert has 7, Frank has 6. Oh! Excuse me! Frank has 7!
That's awesome. I mean, as far as that one went, it still didn't match the one he hit in Pittsburgh last year.
Yeah, but he's still up.
With me out there.
Drilled to center field. Gone! Onto the putting green.
How did I leave him for you?
You were being nice. 8 home runs for Frank Thomas and a standing ovation here at the ballpark in Arlington.
You know what? I'm going to stand too.
The Big Herd has put us all on our big feet. His 8 grabs the lead here in the first round. We'll be back.
Oh, hello. Do I know? Oh, hey, no, don't take those. Oh, no, hello. That's.
Real milk chocolate and peanut butter together.
It's hot off the grill. The Keg 69 Classic Camaro Contest. To get your share of the action, just visit the Keg and sink your teeth into a juicy keg steak or cool down with a refreshing Lipton Original Iced Tea. Fill out a ballot and enter it into the specially marked ballot box. Then, dream about your chance to win this classic beauty. Or you could win a free cake dinner during the Keg 69 Classic Camaro Contest. It's hot.
Next stop on the Indy Circuit, Canada, where top drivers and teams will be honored in Toronto. Spend
Calmly watching, huh? Hey, it's the way we do baseball. Jays Expos, doubleheader, TSN, Wednesday.
Downhill, uphill, side hill lives. The difficulty of specialty shots. Next time on the Lincoln Rick Smith Signature Series on TSN.
CFL 95 comes alive on TSN this summer. Our 45-game schedule is jam-packed with familiar faces. Explosive action is headed your way from the north, south, east, and west. Get down and dirty weekly as the good old boys renew acquaintances. But remember, there's only one place to catch CFL fever this summer. CFL 95 live on TSN, your weekend hotspot.
Well, we hope you're enjoying our All-Star Monday, which will continue with the All-Star Gala from nearby Six Flags Amusement Park. And then following SportsCenter at 11:30 Eastern and midnight Eastern time, our Baseball Tonight Roundtable with Carl Ravitch and Peter Gammons talk with Nolan Ryan, the all-time strikeout leader, one of the captains of this All-Star game, and the leading batter in the National League, man who's won many a batting title with the San Diego Padres, Tony Gwynn. So the fun continues here in Arlington. Welcome back to the Home Run Derby, where Frank Thomas has just put on a show, and hitting cleanup for the National League is Ron Extravagant, who, for the second time in his career, is going to win the Comeback Player of the Year award. It's hard to do that.
It is tough to do twice. You're right.
But at his 20 home runs, tied for the National League lead with Larry Walker. Didn't play at all last year. A dirt bike accident, fractured the leg, and has come back with a vengeance.
If you've ever had a chance to talk to him and know his personality, you could really kind of bet that he would come back and have a good year if you get a chance to know Ron, because he's gone through a lot. When he first came to the major leagues, he struggled.
Came up as an infielder.
Second baseman.
Long time. Second baseman.
Yeah,
third base.
Then they moved him to third and sent him back to the minor leagues. He's gone through a lot in his career.
As nice a guy as you'll meet.
Yes.
Well, he's from the Lone Star State, born in Victoria, Texas. 30 years young. As you say, Joe has seen it all. Powders this to left field. He's on the board.
Ron has the shortest swing of all the hitters in the home run hitting contest. Very short, compact swing.
Ripped to left, but this is going to be foul. Let's go down to Buck Martinez as Frank Thomas has more than put on a show. Buck?
Frank, it looked like you regrouped midway through your turn that first time. What did you tell yourself when you stepped out of the box?
Well, I had 7 outs with no home runs, so I got a little nervous there. But, you know, it was my second year in here, so I know I had as much time as possible to regroup. So I just wanted to calm down and just get back up there and hit the ball like I was hitting.
How's the ball carrying here today?
It's carrying pretty good. I don't know if it's carrying as well as it did last year, but it's carrying pretty well, I think.
Thanks, Frank.
All right, Buck.
Am I at a ballpark watching that scene, Joe? Oh, my, it's a rugby scrum in dead center field. Get to left field. God! They want that last ball, Joe. Sheesh. It's too hot to do that, isn't it? It's like, what, the old candlestick. That's the only thing that reminds me of.
You're right. In right field, Willie McCovey chasing all of his home runs.
Gant, meanwhile, has hit 3 out with 5 outs to go.
Well, he's not in that log jam anyway.
No, he's
about cinched to be in, isn't he? Yes.
Well, not quite yet.
There's 4. They've got... We've got Frank Thomas, and we've got Albert Bell.
Yep.
And...
Well, we have Ramirez with 3.
Oh, he had 3. I'm sorry.
So as soon as Gant hits another one, he's on to the next round. Last hitter of the National League. And as far as the league totals go, Gant has got to hit 9 just to tie it, and the American League has Mo Vaughn left. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say the American League's going to win this.
Well, they were favored because they do have true home run hitters.
Frank Thomas with the 8, Mo Vaughn, as you mentioned, Joe, the only left-hander in the competition. We'll see what that does. Look, that was almost a change-up. That seemed even slower, and Gant... So Ron Gant finishes with 3. And with our very long tie-breaking rules, we'll tell you that he's definitely moving on to the next round, even though he's not happy with himself. So we've seen everyone here in the first round except for Mo Vaughn. Can he shoot at Frank Thomas's 8? We'll see.
Go for a healthy decision. Press crunch. You can't beat that. McCain Super Fries is where it's at.
Great tasting, crispy McCain Super Fries are prepared with 100% non-hydrogenated canola oil, so they contain just half a gram of saturated fat per serving.
More than that, they taste just great, so get the facts, they're on the pack.
McCain Super Fries, low in saturated fats for a healthy decision.
Now you can't beat that.
There are no medals for being the shoulder to cry on. No songs of praise for keeping traditions alive. But to the men who give their best every day, we offer our best. Gillette Sensor XL. Spring-mounted blades and microfins to set up your beard. And Gillette Series shaving gel for incredible smoothness. Sensor XL, the world's best shave. And sometimes that's its own reward. Gillette, the best a man can get.
One batter left in the first round of our home run derby. Mo Vaughn needs 3 to bump Manny Ramirez from the second round. Frank Thomas, Albert Bell, Ron Gant already in. And these aerials, again, provided by the Goodyear blimp. You know, this is the 50th All-Star Game celebration that a Goodyear blimp has flown over. To me, that's impressive. Back in the ballpark at Arlington, and you want to know how tough Mo Vaughn the first baseman of the Boston Red Sox is. He's the only one in the park with an extra layer of clothing on.
I was going to ask him, did he notice someone froze to death out here the other day?
Is he trying to, like, lose weight during these 10 swings? Is that what he's trying to do? Mo is one of the great, upstanding young stars. He doesn't have to be a star. He's a refreshing player, has been since he came up. Norwalk, Connecticut. And now here he is in his first All-Star game at 27 years of age. Tied for the Major League lead with home runs at 24.
And we mentioned he does have a slight advantage because the ball does travel best to right field here. And he's the only left-handed hitter in the contest. But he's going the other way. That tells me again that he must be a little nervous as well.
Yeah, very quickly, 3 outs for Mo Vaughn, 4 outs.
Well, Mo is a definite low ball hitter, so he needs to wait for some pitches down.
Crowd rooting for Mo Vaughn, trying to help him get one out of here. It's going the wrong way.
Well, that's the way to do it, though. He steps out and maybe regroups. We saw Frank Thomas do that not only this year, but last year, and then get hot.
Vaughn gets to this one. Back it goes. Back. Oh, it scraped everything on the way down and lands in the first deck.
And he definitely did not hit that ball well, but the ball travels well to right field.
The crowd getting into it. Manny Ramirez. Now, Vaughn gets 3 because Vaughn's 24 are more than Ramirez's 18 during the season. In a tie in the first round. Will that one have enough legs? No, sir. If Vaughn gets 3, it'll knock Ramirez out and put Mo into the next round. But he's got to hit 2 homers before he makes 3 outs. More outs, and Vaughn needs 2 home runs. Mo better blues Vaughn. This one has a little rope to it. Gone. You're right, he didn't really get that either, but it's out.
He's not elevating well. He's just hitting line drives that go out.
I hate when that happens. Oh, this one elevates. Yes. Back it goes. Back. Gone. And Mo Vaughn has found his spot in the second round.
Well, I'm still alive.
There you are. Gets under this one a bit. And this will not make it out. Vaughn has 1 out remaining. He's in the second round, but he wants to start clubbing him. Rip, but it won't get out. But the man that was tied for the Major League lead in home runs with 24, Mo Vaughn, has put himself in the second round with Frank Thomas, Albert Bell, Ron Gant, and Mo Vaughn. Buck?
Mo Vaughn, it looked like you were a little bit tight when you first went in there. Did you relax as the round continued to go on?
You know, got out there trying to do too much, not hitting the balls where I wanted to hit them. But I think, he adjusted me a little bit, and I adjusted, started having a little fun with it. So it was a nice time. Hopefully I'll do better next time.
All right, thanks.
All right.
Well, for Mo, there will be a next time. He ekes into the second round. Frank Thomas with 8, Albert Bell with 7, and Vaughn and Gant win the tiebreaker over Manny Ramirez. And then there were 4 in the home run derby in Arlington. The heaviest of the hitters tee it up.
Such wilderness, William.
Today, yes, Shot, but someday it'll be a great country.
You think so?
Absolutely. You see, they shall perfect a game called hockey. invent the telephone, rescue England and France twice, and make one incredibly good beer, a true Canadian lager.
Oh, sacre bleu!
Yes, that's it.
After the game, in front of the press, my hair has to look great, and great hair can't have flakes. So I get rid of them with Head & Shoulders. It keeps my dandruff in check, and my hair looking great.
Head & Shoulders, every day.
Because great hair can't have flakes.
St. Andrews in Scotland. The mystique and tradition of the British Open. Golf's elite from around the globe are set to challenge for the most prized trophy in the game. The 1995 British Open. Coverage begins Thursday, July 20th. Golf's majors only on TSN. Round 8 of the 1995 Formula One World Championship from Silverstone, England. An informative pre-race show ignites the action, followed by the green light. Live Sunday morning on Real TV, TSN.
Different than other years in the Home Run Derby, we advance to now the second round and then the third round. To reiterate, doesn't matter what league you're in, those that have hit the most home runs, the top 4 move on. So Frank Thomas with 8, Albert Bell with 7, Mo Vaughn with 3, Ron Gant with 3. Move on. Manny Ramirez also hit 3, but because in the first round the tiebreaker is how many home runs you had in the regular season at the break, Gant and Vaughn had more than Ramirez. So Gant leads off, followed by Vaughn, followed by Bell, followed by Thomas. As in the first round, Joe, 10 outs per batter. But you erase the totals, so we start fresh.
All right, so I assume that you're going to take Frank Thomas again, right?
Well, I had Thomas and Gant as my respective one from each league.
So what you're saying,
You had Mondesi, you're gone.
So I only have 1.
So I've got 2 and you've got 1. And here's your man. Gant, who really didn't feel comfortable when he was up his last time, still has not gotten the elevation.
No, he's hitting like he does during the season, line drives.
Well, there's another one that will be an out. So 5 swings, none of them out of the yard.
10.
Get a little patient, which is probably the smart thing to do.
Nobody's gonna hit out anyway. They're tired.
Hits this one to right center, but that will not have enough legs, although it's a ground rule double for an out.
Well, I tell you one thing, listening to Ron grunt here, I think one thing that's going to come into play is how tired they are at the end of this round. I expect the last 2 guys are really going to be a little exhausted.
His teammate Reggie Sanders trying to shout some encouragement. And Gant is down to 2 more outs, and he is not hit it out yet. Here's one. Back, and gone. Gets under this one a tad. Carrying back to the fence, though. Yes, sir. That one had a little extra juice. 2 home runs for Gant.
Well, the ball is carrying very well here.
I don't think he needs us to dispel the swing, do you? So he's got 1 out to go. You don't want anything outside at this point, as the last 2 were. That's hit to center field. Back it goes. Back. Here they come. It's Pickett's charge, like in the Civil War. Here they come out of the grass.
He made the catch.
He made the grab.
He made the catch.
Wow. Sign him up.
He put his hand up, made a fair catch.
3 home runs, 6 grunts for Ron Gant in that at-bat. That last home run was 438 feet, which that young man grabbed on the fly. So Ron Gant not thrilled. We'll have to wait and see how Mo Vaughn and the others do in this, the second round.
This sports break is brought to you by Subway, the place where fresh is the taste.
Nice to see you on this Monday night. I'm Michael Landsberg. Sports Desk at 11:30 Eastern Time. Make note of it, 11:30. Don't tune in at 11 for that. You'll be very disappointed. We'll get back to the Home Run Derby in just a few moments. This has been a depressing season for Major League Baseball, but it seems like the All-Star break brings out the best, and the players are certainly excited about it.
It's a great feeling. It's really weird to look around the clubhouse and see all the greatest players in baseball, you know, and I'm actually here.
I want to say hi to my mom, my wife, my kids, all my friends in Dominican, because not too many players have the chance to be in the All-Star games, and that's my first time.
I think overall, I've never really had to sit back in my career and say, you know, look at me or have anyone really doubt me. I've had a lot of people rally behind me, a lot of people give me some support and believe in me, and I think that's been a big help for me in a lot of the struggles, a lot of the rehab times that were no fun, a lot of the things that most people don't know about that, you know, you put the time in to try to get back.
I don't have any one person or any people that I would like to say, hey, you know, look at me or whatever. I like for the kids that I played with and the guys that I come up with, you know, say, well, Smitty still is good enough to be nominated to the All-Star game.
That's tomorrow, and Sports Desk 11:30 Eastern Time. We'll take a break, then get back to Texas.
Recently, Subway asked us, Bucky and Vinny, to review their turkey and bacon deluxe. So we decided to do a little research.
This is where turkey is.
Where's the bacon? What do we think? It's great. We got nice seasoned turkey with all the trimming. A fresh baked bread topped with slices of real bacon. That's what makes it deluxe. Hey, look, even brought napkins. Subway, what a sandwich.
In the second round of our home run derby at the ballpark in Arlington. And that's interesting. Mo Vaughn of the Red Sox, you know, hadn't been around that much. Yes, he does play in this league, but already he's become kind of a fan favorite. I think word has traveled of what he stands for and who he is, and he's quiet and he works, and he obviously some of his home runs are prodigious, and it's interesting. I mean, he's a different. Kirby Puckett is so gregarious. Kirby always gets a huge ovation no matter what park you go to. Vaughn has seemed to be acquired some of that, Joe.
Well, he's ahead of the pace because it took Kirby Puckett a few years in the league to establish himself as one of the really good guys in the league. Mo Vaughn has not been in the league that long, and everyone knows how good a person Mo Vaughn is.
Once again, now Vaughn has gone the other way. Took him a while to get started in his last at bat. Then he just sent one 460 feet, which, by the way, that was about the second longest of the balls hit in the first round. This one is down the line. Home run. Drilled. Drilled to right center, but not quite enough elevation. Inside, and they wisely lay off that one. Harder for the batting practice pitchers to lay it in on a hot day, or it makes no difference.
Oh, yeah, they're tired as well. And everyone has been out here since early this morning, so it's taken a little bit away from the pitchers. That's why they keep alternating them. That's a home run in Fenway.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's at least off the Green Monster. Just one for the Major League home run hitter thus far. Or tied with Mark McGwire with 24. Still got that extra jacket on, though. That's tough. 7 outs for Vaughn, who needs to get going. Some of the National League All-Stars looking on. Nagel. Vaughn. Ripped what would have been a base hit, but here it's an out. That one's ripped to right center field. Back it goes. Back. Gone. Second deck.
Huh? He's trying to throw it there, man.
2 outs to go. 2 home runs gone. Goes the opposite way. This could have the juice. To left field. Gone. 8 rows, 10 rows deep. So Vaughn is now tied Ron Gantz 3 as the leader in the second round at 8. Dano is last out now, Joe.
Well, he needs to break the tie. Because it's going to be the last 2 guys standing here after this round.
Now Vaughn is out after 3 home runs, but if you're scoring, I won't bore you with it, but Mo Vaughn would win a tiebreaker with Gant. Didn't look like he got started. Neither of them did that.
No, neither did, but I thought that Ron Gant was going to do better simply because he finished pretty strong his first time.
Talk about strong the first time. Albert Belcher was with his 7. He gets his wax next.
We're in a garbage crisis. One reason McCain chose to pack their juices in these aseptic boxes rather than non-refillable glass bottles. 1 liter aseptic packages use 88% less material than non-refillable glass, generate 85% less solid waste, consume 62% less energy. Plus, it would take 30 trucks to ship 1 million empty 1-liter glass bottles to their factories and just 2 to ship the equivalent in aseptic packaging.
McCain made their choice for the environment.
You want the best. 14 hours worth? Over 2 days?
Oh, wait a minute.
You can't afford to miss this, so clear your calendar. Then kick back and relax because lessons start July 14th and 15th. Championship Golf on TSN. Over its 114-year history, the legends of the sport have won it. Now, the best in the world want to win it. Be part of history. Be part of the Des Moines Limited Open, Canada's International Tennis Championship. July 24th on TSN.
The diamond engagement ring. How else could 2 months' salary last forever?
CFL 95 comes alive on TSN this week. Canada's game hits the ground running Thursday as the Calgary Stampeders battle the Ottawa Roughriders. CFL 95 live on TSN, your summer hotspot.
We're halfway through the second round of the Home Run Derby, and now Albert Bell, who excelled in the first round, came out of the chutes as the first batter for the American League and had 7. Was second to Frank Thomas's 8 in the first round. Albert in his 3rd home run derby. And you're right, experience counts for something even in this.
Yeah. Actually, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that Bell and Vaughn and Thomas will be the final 2. I don't think 3 home runs are going to be enough.
You're going to go out on a limb now and say
Yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb.
After they hit 3?
Well, but they haven't hit any this round.
Yeah, but I'll agree with you. Of course, they each had combined, they had 15. Nobody else had more than 3. A line drive that will not find the seats. Although put a dent in the sign out there.
I tell you something, you can listen for it. There is a different sound from Frank Thomas's bat and Albert Bell's bat. The sound is a little different from those two hitters than there is from the others.
3 outs for Bell. That was a long foul ball. This one is hit on a rope to left center in the bullpen. Home run, Albert Bell. Kenny Lofton, his Cleveland teammate. He's the only member of the Cleveland outfield that didn't participate in the home run derby. But that's not Kenny's game, obviously. Balk. They want to balk.
And he did balk. He did balk.
Four outs, 1 home run.
Now looked a little bit inside.
And up.
5 outs, 1 home run.
So 5 outs left for Albert Bell.
Now my prediction doesn't look that good, right?
See what you've done? You see what you've done? He needs 3. Now remember, because of his 7 being the second best total in the first round, he would win a tiebreaker if he just got 3. Didn't look like he got it, although it's traveling, but not far enough. So just 2 outs remaining for Albert Bell, Joe.
Well, I tell you that it's not as easy as you think. Once you get in the groove and you lose it, you go sit down for a while. It's hard to find it again. That's the last prediction I'm making today.
You really have deep sixth most everyone you've talked about. Well, not so fast.
That's 2.
That's going to be toward the bullpen and way off the target and gone.
Number 2 for
One more homer, he moves on. 1 more out, he sits down. The ultimate in pressure right here, Joe.
He likes that.
It's not quite the 7th game of the World Series in the 8th and 9th inning. But for this afternoon, at least, this is as pressure-packed as we can get. It goes back, it hits the foul pole. Doink, and Albert Bell is moving on.
See, I told you he was going to move on.
You have a flair for the dramatic. Trying to get out the way.
Good call.
Bell wants to make sure that the tie-breaking rules are his way. He doesn't want to be involved with it. Home run. So 3 have come with 1 out to go.
A lot of pressure. You're right. He responded.
Ron Gant is out as a result of Bell's last inning home runs. He found the groove with 9 outs, Joe. Back, gone. On the way to DFW Airport. Forget about it.
Well, it's very obvious when they get in the groove, Mo Vaughn and Frank Thomas and Albert Bell, when they get in the groove, it's easy.
Oh, here's another one. Juice to the second deck. 6 home runs with 1 out to go for Albert Bell. Crowd senses it too. Back it goes. Off the wall. What's the matter with him?
Well, you know what? He better save some of those.
There you go.
baby. Woo! Grab it back, baby. Grab his love. What's up?
Hey, he got down to one last swing and then turned it on. You've seen him be hot before.
You know, when Albert gets loose, he starts to turn it on, and that's what he did. Once he got loose, it was over.
Can he go all the way?
Yeah. It's over. Frank has no chance now.
I think I stiffened up too much over there in the AC down in the locker room. I got to stay out here and stay warm.
All right, thanks.
All right, Buck, thank you. For Albert, the bell tolled late. But boy, did it toll often. 7 homers in the second round, a match of 7 in the first round. He's in the finals. Will he be joined by Frank Thomas? Stick around.
Would you believe it if I told you this was one of those shows, Jerry?
Why is that man beating up these kids?
Please don't anybody underestimate my commitment to this game.
Can you share some of those stories?
I hold him as a sort of freak when I say that.
Hey!
But,
It's not about justice in the beginning. It's about conviction.
There is a perception you don't necessarily think is correct, I
I'm
gather.
giving my feeling about that now.
Get inside the story with Dave Hodge. Inside Sports. Weekdays on TSN.
St. Andrews in Scotland. The mystique and tradition of the British Open. Golf's elite from around the globe are set to challenge for the most prized trophy in the game. The 1995 British Open. Coverage begins Thursday, July 20th. Golf's majors only on TSN.
We see one of the drivers getting into the car, apparently. Another 103 lap. We have a red flag. Red flag around the course. We'll see if we can spot what it is. There has been some contact made.
Get revved with the explosive Players Limited IndyCar Racing Series. The Roar makes its way to the airstrip in Cleveland for the Cleveland Grand Prix. Live Sunday, July 23rd. The wheels are turning right here on Real TV, TSN.
Don't forget, immediately following our Home Run Derby, the All-Star Gala from Six Flags is Carl and Gary and Peter Gammons and a cast of thousands. Talk to those. We'll play tomorrow in the All-Star game here in Arlington. Albert Bell has just put on a show. Can Frank Thomas respond? The Big Hurt, who led everybody in the first round with 8 home runs, many of the tape measure variety. He's not waiting till his last out. He says, lay one in there. Gone.
See, some strategies could come into play here. If you're Frank Thomas and you qualify, you should go ahead and make some outs. Save yourself, because you get a little tired swinging the bat 50 or 60 times in 20 minutes, in 15 or 20 minutes. Man.
Well, it's interesting, Joe, that Frank gets under that one a tad. Here they come out of the bleachers, but they misread it. Wrong club. Did Gant at 3 in the first round, 3 in the next round. Vaughn at 3 in the first round, 3 in the next round. Bell, 7 in the first round, 7 in the second round. Frank Thomas, 8 in the first round. Still 1 thus far this round. That home run, by the way, 450 feet. The one that he hit, he had one 470 feet in the first round. This is deep to left center field and gone. That's his alley. He's tattooed that sign.
I'm telling you, if he has 2 more, he should kick back. So he technically needs 1 more.
How long did that take to come down? Was that Ray Guy punting?
Vaughn hoping that he doesn't hit another one, and then he would be in the finals.
Thomas with an out. The home run off that target sign was 468. So Frank, yeah, up his distances, he's been the most impressive. This is ripped to left field. Watch yourselves.
So that puts him in the finals, and Mo is out.
You know, Frank's got the coat on, too. He's got the extra jacket.
They're young.
Yeah, that's right. They'll get over it. I'm on my 5th shirt today,
right. They're young, though. They don't feel this heat. 5
shirts and 8 schmutz rags thus far. This will be foul. Well, this is just for show now. It'll be Albert Bell and Frank Thomas who will go for the championship as Frank has qualified. Yeah, he wants to put 1 or 2 more. It'll be Albert and Frank.
Being honest with you, I think it would be a good strategy to go rest. Just take your swings and go sit down and wait your turn.
3 of his home runs today, Joe, have been for 460 feet or beyond.
See, because he's getting a little tired right now, standing there swinging the bat.
Yeah, Bell told Buck Martinez no air conditioning, at least not after this round, and here he is. Outside, he lets that one go. That's the Frank Thomas shift that they have on right now. 14 outfielders to the left of center field.
And some, they have that situation.
Frank in the finals against Albert Bell. Would like to put another one up, I think, for show, though. Just one more here.
Oh, I'm sure he'd like to hit another one, but again, you can sense that he's a little tired there at home plate.
Well, I mean, let's also say that, they don't necessarily know the rules. This isn't like, okay, if you're on first base,
we don't know them exactly.
Right. Well, if you're on first base and the ball's hit on the ground, you run. They know those rules. This they didn't grow up knowing necessarily. Steps out. Frank with another prodigious blast. That's what he's with. Second deck. Home run number 4 in this round. Good positioning by that fan up there. Didn't have to fight anyone for it. Didn't have to sharpen anyone's elbows. Meaning his. All right, the big hurt Frank Thomas moves on to the final round against Albert Bell. And Buck Martinez going to grab him. Buck?
Frank Thomas, you get a little tired there?
I'm out of gas here.
Did you know that you were going to advance even though you hit 3 home runs in that round?
No, not at all.
Because you had more in the previous round, so you could have conserved yourself. What do you think? You got 5 more swings in you?
I'll have a Snickers and I'll be okay.
He's tired.
He is tired. I mean, it's 106 degrees out there or something.
Frank Thomas, Albert Bell, mano a mano in the finals.
At the Keg, we welcome you to be our guest for a night of fun, steaks on the grill, and lots of juicy details. That's why people keep coming back to the Keg. Great steaks, good friends. See you tonight.
I'm in trouble and they're building an Inuk shop. You come across them miles from anywhere. Maybe now I'll find out what they're for.
She said Now the people will know we were here. Now the people will know we were here.
Wednesday, our fans are going places. How can you take in every game from around the majors while only watching one? Hey, it's the way we do baseball. Jay's Expos, doubleheader, TSN, Wednesday.
Get revved with the explosive Players Limited IndyCar Racing Series. The Roar makes its way to the airstrip in Cleveland for the Cleveland Grand Prix. Live Sunday, July 23rd. The wheels are turning right here on Real TV, TSN.
Downhill, uphill, side hill lives. The difficulty of specialty shots. Next time on the Lincoln Rick Smith Signature Series on TSN.
CFL 95 comes alive on TSN this week. Canada's game hits the ground running Thursday as the Calgary Stampeders battle the Ottawa Roughriders. CFL 95 live on TSN, your summer hotspot.
Albert Bell at 7 in the first round, 7 in the second round. Actually, if you're adding up the totals, he has the most home runs thus far. But this time, Joe Morgan, we erase the scoreboard again, and the hitters just get 5 outs. So important to get in that groove early.
Exactly. This may be one of those situations where 2 may win.
Albert Bell wouldn't have even been in this had Mark McGuire not gotten hit by David Cohn and had to miss the All-Star game. So you talk about making the most of an opportunity. Albert has done that. It's this one down the line. Will it stay fair? Yes, it's off the screen. Home run, Albert Bell.
You got that pole down. Hard spot to hit.
Here's his second out. Albert, 28 years of age. We told you the last 3 years has hit 34 or more home runs. So he is your classic home run hitter.
And he's developed into a very good average hitter. Hitting well over 300 last year.
This one is roped to left field. Back. Goodbye.
Pressure starting to mount now for Frank Thomas. You only have 5 outs, and Albert Bell has 2. If he hits one more, he's going to be in very good shape.
3 outs, 2 home runs.
That home run was 420 feet. Gets under this one, and this will not carry.
4 outs.
So 1 out remaining for Albert Bell. You're right. He'd like to stick another one up there.
Yes, 1 more might do it.
But he's not going to get it. And you're right. I think they're tiring out. But Albert Bell has put up 2.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, remember, it's 120 or whatever on the field. One report said 135 on the field. You can't swing 50 or 60 times without getting tired.
Bell sits down, and Frank Thomas, does he have 3 home runs in him to win the home run hitting contest? Last year was Junior Griffey. The year before was Juan Gonzalez. The year before, Mark McGuire. The year before, Cal Ripken. It's been an American League stranglehold, which obviously will continue.
Yes. Well, Frank needs 2 to tie, 3 to win.
Frank Thomas has 5 outs. He needs 3 to win the contest.
Better think about tying before he thinks about winning. He better get 2 quick.
There's no strange tie-breaking rules in the final round.
Right.
They will now then go to a sudden death. Well, not almost a mini game. They'll go down to 3 outs.
Game, yes. we'll go to a one-inning deal.
Ripped to center field. Will it carry? Oh, man, the thing just keeps flying. And it's a pileup. It's a loose ball. It's a fumble. Look at him scramble for it out there.
That was a bullet.
4 outs to play with. 2 home runs with winning.
Does this keep carrying over the target side? Into the pen. It didn't look like he got either one.
Well, these two are both just line drives. They're different from the majestic blast he has been hitting.
Frank Thomas will win the home run derby.
Well, he needs just another one.
I think the pressure's off now.
Yeah, I think so. Now, remember, Joe, I picked him at the start.
Oh, I forgot about
remember
that.
that now.
Well, my guys are long gone.
Thomas are tied, 2 home runs apiece. He has 3 outs to play with, a home run, and it's over.
One swing of the bat could do it. This could be it. Back. It's gone.
Good show, Albert.
Albert Bell put on a great show, but Frank Thomas is the champion of the 1995 Home Run Derby.
My school, I'll take it. Oh, you're small. Hey, buddy.
Let's go down to Buck Martinez, who's becoming fast. Buck and Frank they're going to get known for these conversations. Buck?
Well, Chris, it looked like Frank was going to run out of gas, but you went for the line drive in that last round. Were you feeling a little fatigued?
A little tired there. The last one there, I didn't think it was going to get out. I hate to finish on one like that, but I'll take it.
That's a mean for you. Last year you came in the contest and you really tried to have a big time. You hit all those upper deck home runs in Pittsburgh, but this time you're the home run champ.
Well, I just tried to cut it down a little bit this year and take a little more time. I think last was my first year and I was a little impatient. This year I just wanted to keep my head in there and go in there and be a little more patient and just do what I was capable of.
How about Albert Bell's performance, last-minute addition to the contest?
That was an excellent performance today. Albert, last year he was in there and he learned a lot too, so I think you get more comfortable as you get in this competition from year to year.
Congratulations, Frank.
Thank you, Buck.
All right, congratulations to Frank Thomas, and thank you, Buck Martinez. Joe, I think what we saw is that on a day when, it's going to get harder and harder to make the good cut because it's so hot, sheer strength. And we saw those in the home runs by Thomas in the last round.
I think you hit the nail on the head. That's exactly what happened. The strength came into view there because Frank Thomas did not hit either one of those well. In fact, he thought they were going to be short, but they were hard enough to get out.
So 2 sluggers from the American League put on a great show. One from the hottest team in baseball, Albert Bell of the Indians. The other, the 2-time MVP of the American League, Frank Thomas. Hope you enjoyed the Home Run Derby. For Buck Martinez and Joe Morgan, I'm Chris Berman. Frank Thomas, the man hits for average. He has a great eye at the plate, and he sure hits for power. Here at the Home Run Derby, the big man was the big hurt. The All-Star Gala is next.
FC Sport, le réseau olympique.
Depuis 2 jours, Dallas vit à l'heure de la nomomania. Inconnu il y a à peine 1 an, Hideo Nomo, surnommé la Tornade, monopolise l'attention à l'aube du 66e match d'étoiles. Un Japonais en vedette au match des étoiles du baseball américain, du jamais vu, mais c'est à voir. Nomo mérite toute l'attention que Dallas lui porte. Et pour lui faire face, son antithèse, un géant à la balle de feu qui prend plaisir à intimider les frappeurs, Randy Johnson. Le ballpark d'Arlington est aussi le théâtre d'une autre première, celle de Felipe Alou, le premier latin à gérer une équipe dans un match d'étoiles. Du ballpark à Arlington au Texas, Radio-Canada présente le 66e match des étoiles du baseball majeur. Le baseball, la batte 50 des Expos à Radio-Canada. Une présentation de Ford du Canada, des concessionnaires Ford et des concessionnaires Lincoln Mercury. Et de la batte 50.
Mesdames et messieurs, bonsoir et bienvenue au ballpark de Arlington, site ce soir du 66e match des Étoiles du baseball majeur. Un match très attendu et à plus d'un titre. D'abord, le Texas est l'un des fiefs de la Ligue américaine qui est encore une fois favorite ce soir pour l'emporter. C'est également un match attendu à Montréal où l'on sait que Felipe Alou deviendra le premier gérant de l'histoire des Expos à diriger l'équipe de la Ligue nationale. On n'est plus qu'à quelques minutes de la rencontre. La fièvre monte, une fièvre qui s'est traduite aujourd'hui par une température qui a atteint les 110 degrés Fahrenheit. Mais ça se rafraîchit ce soir et c'est peut-être dû à un vent de fraîcheur, un vent qui vient de l'Est et qui a nom Hideo Nomo.
Oui, ce Hideo Nomo, il a retenu l'attention au cours des dernières heures. Il a bien tenté à l'occasion de se retirer dans son vestiaire, mais les demandes des journalistes étaient si nombreuses qu'il a fallu, pour lui seul, organiser 2 rencontres de presse. Et chaque rencontre de presse a attiré plus de curieux que celle donnée, par exemple, par le gouverneur de l'État du Texas, par Carl Ripken et autres. On veut tout connaître sur Nomo. Le secret de sa motion, on veut connaître ses réactions entre le baseball japonais et le baseball nord-américain. Claude Raymond, bonsoir.
Bonsoir, Camille.
Un beau temps pour le baseball?
Excellent temps pour le baseball, au moins une centaine de degrés, puis les meilleurs sont ici.
Et en 1966, Claude, tu étais au match des Étoiles. Philippe Alou était un de tes coéquipiers. Est-ce que vous pouviez imaginer à ce moment-là qu'en 95, ce serait un Japonais qui viendrait voler la vedette pour redonner le goût du baseball aux amateurs?
Jamais, parce que même dans ce temps-là, ils étaient rares, les Latinos qui jouent au baseball majeur. Philippe en était un des premiers. Il y avait Roberto Clemente. Mais dans l'ensemble, on pensait que c'était plutôt américaniser le sport du baseball. Mais là, de plus en plus, on voit des joueurs qui viennent d'un peu partout à travers le monde. Puis ça, c'est bon pour le baseball parce qu'à l'heure actuelle, le baseball majeur a besoin d'une piqûre, et je pense que le match de ce soir, c'en est une.
On dit justement ça là, pour relancer le goût du baseball, oublier les conflits contractuels, qu'il faut un bon match. Les meilleurs sont ici. Tu crois à cette situation de tremplin pour ce soir?
Oui, parce que premièrement, vous avez les 2 champions des retraites sur 3 prises dans les ligues. Nomo dans la Ligue nationale mène et Randy Johnson dans la Ligue américaine. Alors, vous avez quelque chose de spectaculaire en partant. La Ligue américaine a 11 recrues, 11 joueurs qui sont là pour la première fois. La Ligue nationale en a 12. Il y a 3 recrues dans la Ligue nationale qui sont là. Vous avez aussi un monsieur comme Felipe Alou. Vous avez Carlos Perez qui est un stimulant pour le baseball. Oui. Alors, il y a beaucoup de choses qui s'enchaînent dans un stade merveilleux comme celui-ci.
Et justement, parlant des premières, Felipe Alou fait partie d'une de ces premières et quelques instants avant le match, il a livré ses commentaires sur ses réactions d'être ici et comment il entrevoit son travail avec tous ses joueurs vedettes.
I mean, this game, it's not a whole lot of managing that you can do with all of these superstars. Basically, what you have to do, because I was an all-star player myself 3 years. You got to let the all-star people play. When you play against another club, the purpose is to win the game. So we'll try to win the game, but we got to let the players win.